Jets in their new Meadowlands Stadium, their first game in their gleaming stadium. Ray Lewis, Rex Ryan. Lewis and Ryan, of course, used to work together when Ryan was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens. Game starts like this. Joe Flacco pummeled by Sean Ellis and Brian Thomas.
Holds onto the ball and three-step drop. Kind of should get rid of it. Really, this could be an omen. Oh, wow, this is a bad start. Joe Flacco rallied back. Ravens defense held him to a field goal there. Key point in the game.
Willis McGahee, though, going to do the same thing.
Ball comes out. Jets recover. Again, the Jets don't take advantage of it because they're going to turn the ball over here.
Sione Buhua recovering again. Two recovered both of the fumbles. And then in the second quarter, the third turnover in 4 possessions. Joe Flacco throwing the ball deep to Anquan Bolden. He's intercepted by Antonio Cromartie.
You know what I love is it didn't affect Flacco's concentration. It didn't affect his confidence. And he still came out and he made a lot of great throws. And he really learned the lesson of get back up and keep fighting and keep competing. And that's something he did tonight. He'll grow from this game. It was ugly, but he's going to grow from it.
Cromartie keeping his feet in bounds there, right on the sidelines, returns it 66 yards to the Ravens 31. And then 2 plays later for the Jets, Sean Green up the middle.
Tough to run the ball on the Ravens. Great push. Great push inside. Knocked the Jets' offensive line. He fumbles down. It's tough to move the ball in there. And, of course, they get it right back. So the turnover for turnover. And, you know, the Ravens defense responded.
And that ensuing Ravens possession, Flacco throwing to the newly acquired T.J. Houshmandzadeh for the 27-yard gain, his first catch for the new team.
Great play by Flacco, held it on the ball for the last second. This is the story of the first half, Alex. Penalties.
Tons of penalties, and you'll see a bad one here. Braylon Edwards called for this penalty because he runs into the kicker here.
A little nitpicking, but, you know, actually it happened, and you know, those are unforced errors that cost you to lose football games.
It cost a lot because it keeps the drive alive for the Ravens. 3 plays later, Joe Flacco throwing the ball deep to T.J. Houshmandzadeh. But pass interference now called on Kyle Wilson, and that sets up the Ravens and the Jets. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal, and Willis McGahee takes it in for the touchdown.
Kyle Wilson and Cromartie are going to see all the action this season. Revis is going to be alone on that island.
Ravens 7-6 at the half, and then into the third quarter, Flacco throwing deep, and he sees Anquan Bolden for the 38-yard gain.
People know it's time to take shots against the Jets. There's no sense in trying to make 1 or 2 yards of play. Try to make 40.
They got a field goal, and the Ravens lead 10-6, and then there's Steve Weatherford punting for Jets to Tom Zbikowski gets the ball, but he backtracks on his return, fumbles in the end zone. The Jets recover, but wait a second, take another look. He's stretching out his arm, and he's given the forward progress at the 1-yard line, so the Ravens keep the possession, but they would later have to punt. Fourth quarter now, and LaDainian Tomlinson up the middle for 18 yards in the first down. LT really the only yards on the ground. He had 11 rushes for 62 yards in this game, and then 3 plays later, Mark Sanchez sacked by Haloti Ngata.
3rd down, 1 for 11, can't control the ball. Can't make big plays. That's not a recipe to win. The Jets want to win with their defense kicking game, but their offense did little to help tonight.
They had to punt after that drive. Ensuing Ravens drive, Flacco throwing deep to Todd Heap. Great catch by Heap. 35-yard gain there. Take another look. Look at this catch by Heap.
Great catch. Great execution. They did a great job in protection tonight, keeping Joe Flacco upright and making plays.
And 6 plays later, Flacco.
That's the 3rd down play. They should have run the ball there to take away the Jets' last time out, chose to throw it. But that shows their confidence in their defense. They knew they could come back. And Mark Sanchez, Alex, he's all about checkdowns and not throwing the ball up the field.
And Sanchez throwing it right there to Dustin Keller, and he gets wrecked by Ray Lewis.
Yeah, if you can sit on routes in the NFL and you don't stretch the field vertically, it becomes a very tight game, and Mark Sanchez doesn't want to stretch it.
And the game comes down to this on 4th and 10. Sanchez looking for his tight end Keller, catches it, but he comes up about a half a yard short before he goes out of bounds. And the Ravens go on to win this one 10-9, a 1-point game there. And Joe Flacco, fairly decent day. Mark Sanchez, it was absolutely disastrous for him.
Well, you know, they didn't really give Sanchez a chance to really do anything. But when Sanchez had those chances on 3rd down, he didn't do anything. So it was a very difficult game. Their execution was not very good.
And most of that talk came from the mouth of their head coach, Rex Ryan. Ray Lewis was sick of that talk, he said, and before the game, lightning strikes delayed it by about 25 minutes, and then Ray Rice and Sean Ellis get into it. Ray tosses the ball at Sean. Bart Scott, former Raven, says, "Don't do that to Sean Ellis." Oh, can't we all just get along? They always say meet at the quarterback, and literally the Jets do this early on. That's a Joe Flacco sandwich or a Flackwich, and it's a fumble.
You're exactly right, and this is a three-step drop. The offensive line is in. They're going to cut the defensive line. Joe Flacco is looking to try to throw the ball to the tight end. He's got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, it certainly does. It's recovered by the Jets. Good news for the Ravens. Only ended up a field goal. More bad news for the Jets. Chris Jenkins missed a lot of last year with tearing the ACL in his left knee, and there you see him bent back early on, and he walked off, but it did not return. It did not look good for the big man, Chris Jenkins. Later in that drive, Willis McGahee, he gets the carry, and he got nowhere to go, and suddenly he got nothing to carry either as the ball comes out, and it's recovered by the Jets. Great swarming tackling, Coach.
No doubt about it. Watch number 57 here. He shoots the gap. Wow. Makes it miss, and here comes the defense. Here comes pursuit of your defense. This is a great play by the Jet defense. They take the ball away.
Yeah, there you see Vernon Golston in on the tackle. That was a 14-play Ravens drive, and they got nothing out of it. Ravens down a couple of field goals, 6-0, and then Antonio Cromartie. Crow coming over with the unbelievable interception, and he's off to the races deep into Ravens territory. They didn't call the block in the back there on Darrelle Revis, but that's the athletic ability that everybody loves about Cromartie.
You're exactly right, and you can't underthrow this ball. Flacco underthrows the ball. Cromartie, he plays the ball very well, and is a great return guy when he gets his hand on it.
Well, Rex Ryan loved that. Now, the Jets defense was great through most of the first half, but under 3 minutes to go, Flacco for his newest receiver, TJ Hushmanzada on 3rd and 3. Nice leaping grab, first down. Hush is fired up. 56 ticks to go in the half. 3rd and 10. Jets rush 8, and Kyle Wilson and Hush get tangled up. Flags, lots of flags for the Jets.
Yeah, how about 14 flags?
That's not good.
No, and never good when we have 14 penalties.
Pass interference, that led to a 1st and goal, and on 3rd and goal, talk about getting skinny and a small silhouette. Willis McGahee turns his back in and gets a touchdown, and the Ravens up 7-6 at the break. And in the second half, it seemed like there was a matchup that the Ravens kept finding. Their best receiver, Anquan Bolden, on the rookie, Kyle Wilson.
Yeah, and this is a bad matchup. And when you get a rookie on a veteran like this, that doesn't bode well for a rookie cornerback in the National Football League.
That created a 1st down, then another chance here, and well, that's pretty good coverage, but that's Bolden in rhythm with his quarterback getting the 1st down there, going to the back shoulder. That led to a Ravens field goal. Okay, 3rd down, we showed you some success for the Ravens. There was none of that on this night for the Jets, no matter what they tried. Little 3rd and 2, and Ray Lewis shoots the gap and says, "No, sir, not on my watch." That led to a 4th down. Start of the 4th quarter, 3rd and 6. Sanchez dropping back to pass, and he gets dropped. Suggs and Jarrett Johnson converge. That leads to a 4th down. Under 5 minutes to play, this is the definition of a bull rush by Elodie Nada.
This is a bull rush, and when you bull rush, you get to the quarterback.
You certainly do. Haloti said nada, as in you're not getting anything. The Jets missed their first 9 3rd down conversion attempts, and Ray Lewis can still bring the thunder with the hit on Dustin Keller.
Wow! And that's how you hit him. You hit him right between the numbers and knock him down and knock the ball out.
How good was that hit? Well, a couple plays later on 4th down and 10, he knocked the final yard out of Dustin Keller. He ran a 9-yard route, comes up 1 yard short. That pretty much symbolizes the ineptitude of the offense for the Jets, as on Monday night opening their new stadium, it was the Ravens that come away with the win, 10-9. Baltimore has now won 6 straight against the Jets. That extends the Ravens' longest active winning streak against one team. Only 6 first downs for the Jets in this contest. That ties a franchise low. They gave the Ravens 6 first downs on penalties alone in this game. Ray Lewis fired up afterward.
Let's do it. Jets and Patriots slouched him. Oh, that's so strong.
10 years worth of Hall of Fame type film, and he called him a slouch. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is.
All right, Darrelle Revis playing with a bum hamstring. John Brady looking for Wes Welker, incomplete, but Eric Smith called for unnecessary roughness as he goes to the head.
Yeah, sure does.
You're going to get that flag every time.
Hey, not a great play, but it's a great message set.
Second quarter here, second and goal. And it's Brady back to Welker.
I guess Wes Welker didn't get the message.
Inside leverage corner, throw the square out down here.
I don't even want to hear it, though.
Patriots on top, 7-0. Mark Sanchez under a ton of scrutiny after throwing for just 74 yards a week ago to Braylon Edwards for a touchdown.
In this game, he gave his receivers a chance to go make a play.
7 for 7 on that drive for 64 yards, tied up at 7. Brady now with all kinds of time. How's this for getting off Revis Island?
What a question fraud, man. He beats him on the release, and he puts that hand up and perfectly thrown ball. Look at this here right here.
When Moss beats you off the jam, listen for the band to play.
Yeah.
You're not going to catch it.
And look at that one-hand grab. Never brings the ball in, never touches it with the other hand, and never lets it hit the ground.
Revis tweaked the hamstring. He did not return. Jets down 14-10 at the break. Third quarter here. Brady looking deep for Moss, but it looked like he was intending to hit Antonio Cromartie. He was right there.
Yeah, that's overthrown, and Antonio's in good position to make that catch.
And ended up leading to a Jets field goal. All right, 2 possessions later. LaDainian Tomlinson with a little left in the tank.
That's not indicative of a defense. They don't miss tackles, this Patriot defense. They're not like that. It's not there.
Sanchez to Kotry for his second touchdown pass of the game. Jets on top, 21-14. They went for 2 and got it. Fourth quarter, Patriots trying to come right back. But Randy Moss, he can't make the spectacular one-handed grab that time. Rodney Poole there for the pick. Rex Ryan throws the challenge flag. But Poole got both feet down.
Great play by Antonio Cromartie once again.
2 of Brady's last 4 passes were picked off. Patriots secondary with issues, Coach.
Yeah, they've got some young corners now, young all over the place, and they attack those guys on the perimeter. Here's a pass interference call.
But what a difference a week makes. Now you're giving them an opportunity to go and field with the ball, make some plays, and the young kid made plays. Gave guys opportunities, got flags. That secondary didn't do well, but you gave this young Sanchez a chance.
Sanchez to Dustin Keller, who beat to Devin McCourty after Deion Buckle was called for a couple of pass interference plays. 28-14. Jets on top. Jason Taylor. Say hello to Tom Brady.
That's one of those off-season acquisitions that would be terrific for the Jets.
Taylor gets the smackdown. The Jets get the win, 28-14.
About this, Tom, they played football for 50 years. Jets 50, Patriots 51 time. This is the rubber game. Darrelle Revis, patch on the left leg, tight hamstring. Tom Brady's going to find out how tight it is. Look at all the motion on this play, Tommy. Randy Moss behind Revis, but he can't. The security guard got cut. He's all right. Moss doesn't quite come down with it, but Revis got beat because he's nursing, perhaps. Meanwhile, Mark Sanchez to Braylon Edwards, first down. Sanchez under fire last week. Offense anemic. Not on this day. Nice little flip to LaDainian Tomlinson. It's the first time LaDainian. Wow. Good, didn't he?
Looks like he's got the quickness.
3rd and 3, Sanchez pump fake. Braylon Edwards, day game. Touchdown. 10-yard touchdown, and we're tied at 7. Sanchez 7 for 7 in the drive. Under 2 minutes to go, the Patriots have drafted 2 good-looking rookie tight ends. One is Aaron Hernandez from Bristol, Connecticut. And look at the big fella. Rumbling, stumbling. 46 yards. Same drive, 1st and 10. You think Brady has time here? To Randy Moss. Only the 4th ever to score 150 touchdowns in his NFL career, and Revis grabbed the hammy.
Well, you can see that the Jets are only rushing 3, which is why Brady has that kind of time. But look at Randy Moss. 5 steps, ask for the football, throw it to the back of the end zone. They've hooked up so much, it's just, like mind melding. And then what a great catch by Randy Moss.
Revis didn't come back. He'll have an MRI early this week. Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Randy Moss, the 4 with 150. Now, Jets trailing 14-10. Tom Brady going deep, but Antonio Cromartie is in front of Moss, makes the pick. He picked the ball off at the 3. That's where they have it down, but the Jets have the ball. Mark Sanchez, when he's on the boot, Tom, like we saw in the playoffs last year, and we also saw him hit Dustin Keller for a touchdown every playoff.
Yeah, and even throwing to his left, which is so difficult for a lot of quarterbacks.
Set up a field goal, 14-13. Then LaDainian Tomlinson, he had the more than 150 career touchdowns. 31-yard gain on fresh legs. 2 plays later, second and goal. Sanchez. Nice. To Jericho Conchery. They go for 2. They get it. 21-14 Jets. Sanchez needs more time. Backpedals. And Dustin Keller is there. 3 touchdown passes, Sanchez. That's his best in the pros. 4 minutes to go. Can Tom Brady fuel a comeback? Sack. Jason Taylor, it's a fumble. Brian Thomas picks it up. 3 turnovers. Brady. The Jets down 7. Win a big game at home. Holding the high-powered Patriots offense to 14. Mark Sanchez and company scoring 28 points. So the Jets and Patriots each 1-1 to the chagrin of Tom Brady.
The Jets came out before the game and said he wouldn't play at all in the first quarter, so he sat. And it's Sanchez to Dustin Keller.
Yeah. I like their opening script. Their first 2 drives, they were wide open, throwing the ball all over the place. Dustin Keller was involved early and often.
24 yards for the 7-0 Jets lead. Okay, so here comes Edwards, second quarter. Second possession here. Jets still up 7-0. But Daniel Tomlinson running with a little bit of new life.
A little pep in his step, a little spring, running as if he almost had something to prove.
21 yards there. Now it's Sanchez, a dart to Keller.
I can't understand for the life of me after you watch what Baltimore Ravens did with Dustin Keller. You have to get somebody on him every time because that's where Sanchez wants to throw the ball.
Jets up 14-0, 14-10 now, and it's Chad Henne to Brian Hartline, 15 yards.
Well, some of the other receivers from Miami stepped up and started making some plays.
All right, 12th play of this drive, and it's Henne to Brandon Marshall.
Beast. That's a man. Now that's a man.
Yeah, Brandon showed up today and made some good plays.
11-yard touchdown there. Here come the Jets. Sanchez to Braylon Edwards.
Yeah, miss a tackle, see ya.
Well, keep in mind, they sodded the rest of the infield. So usually there's dirt down there. They put some sod down there, and the defender tripped up. Jason Allen, Edwards has gone 67 yards.
Yeah, boy, you see that, man. But first of all, once you make that spin, Dion, and I rarely have I seen you make that spin. You got to make that spin and then stop. Don't attack anybody.
Keep your feet up on you.
Dolphins coming right back. Henne lays it up for Marshall.
Yeah, this guy can make all the throws from the pocket and outside the pocket.
You got outside coverage right here. He's expecting help from the inside from the safety, but he needs to stay on top the upfield shoulder of the receiver. Now you got this play defended, and that's not what Cromartie did.
That was a jump ball right there. Marshall's going to win that every time. Henne looking for Marshall. Great play by Marshall to rob Cromartie of a pick.
But Cromartie was way down inside. Brandon tried to get across his face. Would have been better if they had to fade on that call.
Led to a field goal, 21-20. Fields punt here, blocked by Eric Smith. And so the Jets are in business, but penalties ended up being a huge issue here. Sean Green for 6 yards, but Braylon Edwards called for tripping at the 8. All right, 2nd and 9, Sanchez to Edwards. Down to the 5-yard line, but Matt Lawson called for holding. 4th quarter, same drive, 3rd and 15. Brad Smith takes a snap, 16 yards to the 6.
That was a great play.
3rd and goal here, and it's Sanchez scrambling. Gets in.
Dive in. Forget about the hook slide.
But Matt Lawson back for holding.
Kids do not read his lips.
Rex Ryan on fire. Jets ended up going up on a field goal, 24-20. Looking for LT right there. Boy, Kendall Langford, he had 6 the other way. All right, next play here, it's Sanchez to Braylon Edwards.
Huge throw on the sideline on 3rd and 10. That was a huge throw. Keep it on time and outside.
Bam,
First down.
That hit right there was saying, hey, guys, bam, I'm sorry I did that this week.
30-yard gain. 2nd and 3 here. Tomlinson gets to the corner.
By Braylon Edwards on the corner to get LaDainian Tomlinson around that corner.
18 yards to the 5. Sanchez now for Edwards. It's incomplete, with Jason Allen called for pass interference.
He had a tough day all day long.
So here we go. 2 plays later at the goal line. Tomlinson gets in. He had 70 yards on the ground plus a rushing touchdown. And so the Jets are up 8. But here come the Dolphins, heading to Brandon Marshall. Marshall with a huge day. 10 catches, 166 yards. On the very next play here, on a 1st and 10, it is heading to Marshall again.
Nice block.
Get it in.
Hey.
42 seconds left now. 6th play of the drive, 3rd and 9. And Chad Henne dumps it off to Ronnie Brown.
They can get up now.
All right, so the Dolphins forced here to burn their final timeout. And this is the final play of the game here. Henne picked off by Drew Coleman.
Tad late. This ball was up for grabs. Would have tied the game with a 2-point play. And let's give Jason Taylor a shower. Look at Rex. Look at Rex.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't that last ball get thrown towards Brandon Marshall? I don't care if he's in the bathroom.
Sunday night in South FLA, New York announced prior to the game Edwards would be held out of the first quarter 5 days after being charged with drunk driving. Mark Sanchez, opening drive of the game to Dustin Keller. Nice grab, 24-yard touchdown. Jets the early 7-0 lead, 2nd quarter. Sanchez. So Edwards is in the game, and Sanchez hits Keller anyway. Keller 6 catches, 98 yards in the first half. For the Dolphins now, Chad Henne to Anthony Fasano. That's a 3-yard touchdown. It's 14-7. 3rd quarter, it's 14-10. Here's Henne. Finds Brandon Marshall. He's going to fight his way to the end zone. That's his first touchdown in a Dolphins uniform. Miami, the 17-14 lead. Right back come the Jets. First play from scrimmage. On the ensuing possession, Sanchez to Braylon Edwards. Sanchez has 6 touchdown passes, no interceptions so far this season. That's a 67-yard score. Edwards, 2 catches, 87 yards, his 6th career touchdown in 5 games against the Fish. Jets up 1, just over 2 minutes to go. Sanchez for Edwards, incomplete. Flags on the play, pass interference. Fresh set of downs. LaDainian Tomlinson 2 plays later. That's his first New York Jets touchdown. Jets up 31-23. Back come the Dolphins. Here's Henne to Marshall. I'm not sure you can cover him before the catch or after the catch. Marshall, 30-yard gain all the way down to the Jets 11. Marshall, 10 catches, 166 yards. Henne threw for 363. This is 4th and 4. Henne to the end zone. Off Fasano's hands. Drew Coleman picks it off. Jets able to hang on. Rex Ryan gets his first win over the Dolphins.
Could the Buffalo Bills get their first win of the season? LaDainian Tomlinson, it's been 25 games since he went over 100 yards on the ground. That would all change today. Tomlinson, right side, and he gets a nice block from John Connor for 15 yards to the 11 on the opening Jets drive. He goes up the middle. LT into the end zone, putting the Jets up 7-0. He moves into 7th place all-time career rushing, passing Tony Dorsett. 2nd quarter, Jets up 10-0. Nice pump fake. Mark Sanchez, he finds a wide-open Braylon Edwards into the end zone, a 41-yard score, putting them up 17-0. Leotis McKelvin biting on the pump fake. Sanchez finds Edwards, his 3rd straight game with the score. Ensuing Bills possession, Ryan Fitzpatrick will find David Nelson for a gain of 37 all the way down into the red zone nearby the 10 to the Jets 15. 2 plays later, a 1st and goal. Fitzpatrick backpedaling, throws into the left corner, laying out for the catch. David Martin for the score. And made it 17-7 in favor of the Jets at the half. 3rd quarter, Bills trying to keep up their momentum. Ryan Fitzpatrick is brought down by Sean Ellis for a 10-yard loss. Jets get the ball back, and it is Mark Sanchez back to work once again. Incomplete pass on the left sideline towards Braylon Edwards. There is a flag down, pass interference. It is called on Drayden Florence. He never turned around, and that will set up the Jets with a nice position, 3rd and goal from the 3. Brad Smith in at quarterback, fakes the handoff. He throws to the back of the end zone, looking around, and he finds Dustin Keller, a 3-yard score. That makes it 24-7 in favor of the Jets. Bills coming back. First play of the ensuing drive. Marshawn Lynch coughs it up. And there is Jason Taylor to recover the fumble for the Jets. Nothing going right for the Bills as Marshawn is hit from behind and stripped. Brian Thomas comes in, forces that fumble. 3 plays later, you guessed it, Mark Sanchez play action. Dustin Keller again, his 5th touchdown catch of the season. That made it 31-7. Sanchez 14-23, 161 yards and 2 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns, no picks on the season for Sanchez. Next Jets drive, LT, look at that cut. Looking like 2005 LT into the end zone. 26-yard score, made it 38-7, and they would go on for the win, 38-14.
Let's get you updated on the highlights. This game delayed early for about 40-plus minutes with lightning inclement weather, delaying the start of Randy Moss's debut, putting on the Vikings purple and white for the first time since 2004, certainly making Brett Favre a very happy man. And Minnesota wasting no time, some trickery. Very first play from the scrimmage, couple of future Hall of Famers combining on a pretty nifty play.
Brett looked pretty athletic on that play, I must say. He showed great hands.
You remember we were watching early when he was warming up and he actually ran a little pass route we were laughing about. Little did we know.
Right. He showed great hands.
Speaking of the old graybeards, LaDainian Tomlinson still has some burst in that step, 17 yards. But Brett Favre pressured all night long, guys, and struggled to hold on to the football.
Well, the weather conditions certainly did not help. The pass rush there that the Jets had did not help. I mean, we actually saw him, I think, the start of the second half. Ball just came out of his hands. I think weather contributed, and the ball gets a little slick.
This is second quarter now, about 4 and change left. Favre fumbling the snap. It's recovered by the Jets. Bart Scott. Favre just 3 of 7 for 31 yards in the first half, including 2 sacks. This is the Jets ensuing possession. The rain really coming down at this point. 2nd and goal. Sanchez to Jericho Cotchery. Misses him wide open in the back of the end zone. Vikings would catch a break. Next play, 3rd and goal. Sanchez throwing right out of the reach of Dustin Keller.
3 field goals in the first half. You held them. Minnesota defense held them to 9 points in the first half. You have to be happy with that.
So 9-0 Jets at halftime. 3rd quarter, Vikings inauspicious start. Favre fumbling the handoff to Peterson. Never gave AP a chance. It's recovered by Revis, and he brings it back to the Minnesota 46. Brett Favre, career fumble number 162, most in NFL history.
Who'd that moving pass? Warren Moon?
Yes.
Yeah, so what you notice, just going for the normal stretch play, the ball just came out of his hand. That does not happen very often. It was a night that contributed to it with the weather.
And Randy Moss and Antonio Cromartie, guys, matched up all night long, and Sean, Cromartie held his own, more than held his own.
They took several shots down the field, and Cromartie all night long was right there in his hip pocket, and he made some plays.
Now this is Minnesota's ensuing possession, 2nd and 10 from their own 39. Favre play action, throwing deep down the field to Moss, but Cromartie is there once again to break up the play. This is the very next play. It's 3rd and 15. Favre rolling right. Beating his man. That's Moss in the back of the end zone from Cromartie. 16 yards. The Vikings are in business down the sideline. This is a 37-yard touchdown reception. And Minnesota suddenly showing some signs of life at 12-7.
That was a 3rd and 17, if I remember correctly. And they've been taking that shot all night long, trying to find a play, find something to spark them, and they finally hit it.
This is Adrian Peterson getting to the edge. 30-yard gain to the Jets' 35-yard line. So 15-7 at that point. We go now to the 4th quarter. Vikings, same possession. This is 2nd and 8. Favre deep down the left side. Incomplete to Moss, but a penalty marker flies. Moss The culprit here called for the offensive interference.
Two guys just competing. They were going at it all night.
This is 3rd and 19. Favre to Percy Harvin, 34 yards for the touchdown. Before you give Brett Favre an inch, he's going to take a mile. And Vikings.
And if you see that play, you see Revis chasing here, Percy Harvin. He didn't look like his hamstring was completely healthy. He couldn't burst. I didn't see any burst out of Revis tonight.
And I'm not sure it's just the hamstring. Remember, he missed all training camp, too.
Vikings originally lined up for the extra point, then thought better of it. Went for 2 here, but it's broken up. Favre unable to find his man. Wasn't even close.
I don't know why people go for 2 with 13 minutes to go in the ball game, and you're down 2 at that point. You're chasing points. Don't do that.
2 possessions later for the Jets, 2nd and 9 from their own 35. Sanchez to Braylon Edwards for 16 yards. 3 plays later, this is 1st and 10. Tomlinson over the left tackle for 16 yards. The fumble out of bounds, and the Jets would retain.
And Damian Tomlinson, both Sean Green, averaged over 5 yards to carry this game, and he looked good tonight. His legs looked strong. He looked healthy, and they just wore the Minnesota defense front down.
LT's been so good. Sean Green's been the forgotten guy, but not on this play. 23 yards for the touchdown, and the Jets at that point looking comfortable, 22-13. This is Minnesota's next possession, 2nd and 15. Favre pressure, throws short to AP. 20 yards and a Vikings first down. 2nd and 10. Favre, and when they gave him time, Favre made some nice decisions. This is Greg Lewis down the sideline for 33 yards. There you see Favre holding his arm. Sean alluded to that earlier. 2 plays later, 1st and goal. Favre throwing left, finds Percy Harvin. Had a huge night. Favre still holding on to that arm, but he's got the Vikings within striking distance.
Great catch, great concentration. Putting your feet in bounds over the defender. That's a great play.
Harvin, 5 catches, 97 yards, and 2 touchdown receptions. Jets ensuing possession. Vikings don't elect to kick the onside kick there. 3 minutes and change left. Sanchez to Santonio Holmes. Boy, I think they're happy to have this guy back in the fold. 11 yards, able to move the chains. 3 plays later, 3rd and 11. Sanchez pressured across the field. High to Braylon Edwards, incomplete. So the Vikings force the punt. Randy Moss and company getting the blood flowing on the sideline, trying to get on the same page. Just had the feeling that something special was set up for Brett Favre, some of his old Monday Night Magic. Not on this play.
We needed that pass right there. Percy Harvin got away from the defender, Darrell Revis.
But he catches that one with the real estate to run.
He's still running.
3rd and 5 after the Jets were called on an encroachment penalty. Favre, another bad decision. Dwight Lowry, 2nd-year man, brings it back 26 yards for the pick 6. And the game was over at that point. 29-20 Jets. Brett Favre, 7th INT of the season. That ties him for 4th. In the NFL, you see some of the numbers. Favre, first player to throw 500 career touchdown passes. Marino, 2nd, way back with 420.
Rainy night, and it was all good. Brett Favre, despite all the controversy, starting for the Vikings. His newest target, Randy Moss, back with the team where he started his career. Darrell Revis out the last 2 weeks, making his return for the Jets. Everybody would have to wait, though. Rain and lightning early, 45-minute delay. First play from scrimmage, Brett to Percy Harvin, reverse to Moss, and throw to Brett. Steve, why would Brett's 3rd career catch not count?
Because he's under center. Everybody knows you can't start under center and be an eligible receiver. You got to be in the shotgun. And I guarantee you, they never meant to throw it to him. But Randy's like, hey, I'm not gonna. I don't care what you. We didn't talk about that in the pregame.
He said I was just coming to catch.
Yeah, that wasn't part of the deal.
Everybody thought Darrell Revis would be on Moss. He said it was Cromartie. CC, why is Cromartie effective on Moss early?
Well, he's very, very effective because they always have some type of pass rush, but Marty's long arm. He's tall, over 6 foot. He puts body mass on Randy Moss and doesn't let him run free down the sideline. That's why he's a better match against Moss compared to an unhealthy Revis.
Brett smacked as he threw that one, incomplete again. Second quarter, 6-0 Jets. Favre completes his first pass of the game to Moss, gain of 7. But next play, disaster, Matt. On the fumble, what happens?
That's on Favre. Favre's got to keep his hands up tight, keep him together. If he separates him, ball gets pushed through, he loses it, and it's a big turnover for the Vikings.
Vikings offense struggled. They trailed 9-0 in recess. Third quarter, Vikings down 12-0. Brett scrambles, finds Moss, gain of 16. Later in the drive, 3rd and 12 from the 48. Favre getting his hook on to Percy Harvin. This is some history. Favre becomes the only player ever to pass for 70,000 yards passing. Percy Harvin, nice juggling catch. And from one milestone to another. Later in the drive, CC, as we say, holla.
All you got to do is put the ball out there for him. Randy, normally quarterbacks are throwing the ball 40 and 5. 40 yards down the field, 5 yards inside the boundary. But Randy Moss is a little bit deeper. Brett going to work out that tendonitis and give Randy a little more air, and they'll be celebrating plenty this season.
500th career touchdown pass for Favre. Steve, how'd it go down?
Well, CC knows this. He has great body control. Look at him gain the extra yardage as the ball's in the air, and that's the thing that you can't cover. Cromartie's there. He was there all game long, and this is really one of the ones that let him get it. But I don't know that anybody in that position right there with the ball out in front, and Randy does a great job of not giving it away. He'll just kind of lay, and then, oh, excuse me, and the ball's in.
Vikings down 12-7 fourth quarter, 3rd and 19. Favre to Percy Harvin over the middle. Harvin takes it into the house. Matt, how did that play work?
This was a great throw. Favre is getting pressure. He throws it to his spot and just lets Harvin use his great speed, takes it in.
That's pro football right there. That is pro.
Vikings cut the lead to 15-13, and they go for 2 in the tie. Brett, great move to elude the defense, but pass is picked off by who else? Antonio Cromartie. So Vikings remain down 2. Later fourth quarter, Jets at the Vikings 39. LaDainian Tomlinson. Steve, really washed up?
Look, we said as a running back, you know you're on your last leg when you get to that age and you have those injuries, but it's quite a leg as he's gotten back to his full health at that age. He will continue to do this kind of thing throughout the year.
Tomlinson, 94 yards on the ground, and you go from Tomlinson to Sean Green. Green, touchdown. Jets go up 22-13. Nice 1-2 running punch. Next Vikings possession. At the Jets 39, Favre deep down the right side finds Greg Lewis. Matt, what is it about Brett that he can still do this at 41 years old?
Because he's been doing it so long. He sees the whole field. Yeah, he may not be 100%, but he knows when the guy's open to get it to him, as you see right here. Great catch by Percy Harvin.
CC, how does Percy make that catch?
That's a tough catch right there. Just enough room. That's a great catch and a great throw.
Vikings back down 2. It's 22-20. Jets next possession. Nearing the 2-minute warning. Run the ball, right?
That was the biggest boneheaded 2-minute drill I've not ever seen, but close to it, and really should have lost them the football game. I can't tell you how bad that was because it was not a tough call to do to run that clock down.
Moss was already meeting with the coach. He said, we're about to get the rock back, throw it to me down the sideline. Vikings first play after the punt. They do. Incomplete. Next play. Favre throws for Percy Harvin. Too high. Matt Millen, what happened here? It looks like he was wide open.
He was wide open. He took him inside. The defender bit. He did a great job of getting him off him. Watch this right here on Revis. Throws him to the ground. Wide open. You cannot miss that throw.
I don't know if that was offensive pass interference or not.
That's the way the game's played, almost.
After an offsides penalty, 3rd and 5, Favre hits Dwight Lowry. The problem is Dwight plays for the Jets, took it 26 yards for the touchdown. Ball game, basically, for all intents and purposes. Jets win it 29-20. Brett finished 14-34, 264 yards. Yes, he had the 3 touchdowns, but he also had 3 fumbles. So on the day that he reaches 70,000 yards passing and 500 touchdown passes, he also passes Warren Moon with the most career fumbles, now with 163. The other side of the ball, though, it was all good for the Jets.
Look out. So the Jets are in Mile High. Short week, thin air. That could lead to trouble. Mark Sanchez has not thrown an interception all year. Sanchez has had a clean slate all year. Mark Sanchez.
What do you set him up like that, Rich?
You jinxed him.
Get down, kid.
Jason Hunter picks off Sanchez, but the Broncos would fumble the ensuing field goal attempt on the snap. So still scoreless. Start of the second quarter. Sanchez to Braylon Edwards. Touchdown. Jets on top.
He doesn't blink. He just keeps firing it. What was that?
Broncos next possession. They march it all the way down to the 5-yard line. And who comes in? Tim Tebow. And Tebow
That's his first career touchdown!
In the swamp.
No, it's the Rocky Mountain.
Ties the game at 7. If I told you that Tebow's first career touchdown would come against the Jets on a run, goodness gracious. So now there's 2 picks for Mark Sanchez on the season with 48 ticks left in the half. Saquon Thompson picks off Sanchez, and Matt Prater kicked one from 59 yards out to give the Broncos a 10-7 lead at the half. We're tied at 10 at the half. They're throwing on Darrelle Revis.
Yeah, they know he's not 100%, and they're going to keep going at him until he puts that fire out.
With everybody, including a rookie. It does appear that this could have been challenged for a touchdown, but Rex Ryan had just used the challenge unsuccessfully 2 plays before, decided not to throw the challenge flag on that. Demario Thomas's touchdown stands. An LT with 8 and change to go, looking like the LT of old on the stretch play. Teardrops at 17 all. LaDainian with a 20-yard score after the Broncos scored to make it 2017, 4th and 6, 90 ticks left. The Jets on the road, needing a miracle, needing a big play from their quarterback, and he throws it down the field to Santonio Holmes, and there's a flag on the play.
We have laundry on the field here.
Well, Ronaldo Hill face rakes Santonio Holmes.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That's a good call.
This is what you want out of your young quarterback. Go win a game at the end, on the road, tough conditions.
So instead of trying to set up Nick Folk for a long field goal to tie it, it's a bunny touchdown burst for LT, another teardrop, and the Jets are up by 24-20. And Kyle Orton cannot handle the snap on the ensuing possession. Dwight Lowery recovers it, and the Jets are the first 5-win team in the National Football League in 2010.
Week. They have a bye next week. Will they look past Denver? Well, Tim Tebow, hello! Into the end zone as a pro for the first time. He carried 6 for 23.
Congratulations to Tim Tebow on his first touchdown.
Tying the game at 7. Mark Sanchez hadn't been picked all year. Picked twice by Denver. Saquon Thompson. 2 picks in the first half, Broncos. Tied at 10, 3rd and 6, Denver in the 3rd quarter. Kyle Orton. He can fire it now. Brandon Lloyd. Huge hit on the play and a flag on Jimmy Leonard.
Yeah, but when you look at this, you know, it's not excessive. The receiver was still in bounds. He didn't hit head-to-head.
But tack on more yards. Orton to Demaryius Thomas. Tack on a touchdown. Take another look. Darrelle Revis beating on the play.
Yeah, a lot of teams now going at Darrelle Revis, I think, thinking that he's not 100%. Broncos have success right there.
17-10 Denver. 1st and 10 at the 46 Jets. Mark Sanchez. Santonio Holmes. Yo Holmes. 22 yards down to the 32. Now, has LaDainian Tomlinson ever scored a touchdown against in Denver or against the... Well, actually, he has. Touchdown. Number 21 for the former Charger against the Broncos.
Yeah, and watch John Connor here clear the way for him. They call him the Terminator because of the movie. And, boy, LaDainian Tomlinson has that burst we're used to seeing.
Because of the block, too, Tommy. Jets trail 2017 as Denver has the lead. Sanchez Holmes, 13 yards. 3rd and 6. Sanchez. He's strong with Dustin Keller, but broken up Denver. And now 4th and 6. The Broncos are going to win. Sanchez buys time. Give him credit. To Santonio Holmes. Incomplete. But there's a flag on Ronaldo Hill.
And as you watch this, you're going to see Hill get the hand right in there. It's going to be a face mask. But, boy, what a tough way to lose a football game if you're the Denver Broncos on this call that puts the ball on the 1-yard line.
And then they've seen this over the years. LT in the end zone, 22 touchdowns against Denver alone. 158 for his career. Remember, he's 3rd all time. Kyle Orton not done. Demaryius Thomas. Nice play. Eric Smith coming over to break it up. Later in the drive, 3rd and 6, Denver still has a chance. But, snap through the legs. Dwight Lowery. Hero last week falls on ball. This week, Jets get away with it. Into their bye, they beat Denver 24-20. So the Jets are 5-1, and the Broncos fall to 2-4.
whoever wins the Monday night game between Indianapolis and Houston will lead the AFC South through 8 weeks. Steve Weatherford, the Jets, on 4th and 18 against Green Bay in the first quarter, apparently called his own fake. That's what Rex Ryan said, he has the ability to do that.
Yeah, 4th and 18. That's a long way to go.
Well, there is a challenge on this play. It was initially ruled a first down, but you can see Weatherford's foot is out of bounds.
Hurry, run a play, hurry.
He gets to the first down line, so that led to the first points of the game as Green Bay got the ball on the plus side of the field and got an easy field goal. Meanwhile, the Jets were struggling mightily on offense. Brad Smith under center and then rushes it. It's a fumble. Rex Ryan challenges, but the ball is loose prior to Smith's knee touching the ground, and this was a crucial challenge that the Jets lost. We'll explain that more in a moment. 2 possessions later, the Jets still only down 3-0 because the Jets defense was holding Green Bay's offense. And LaDainian Tomlinson becomes just the second player in NFL history with 13,000 rushing yards and 4,000 receiving yards. The other is Sweet. Not bad.
Fantastic.
9 plays later, 3rd and 11 from the Green Bay 43. Mark Sanchez to Jericho Cotchery. But Jamon Williams now rips the ball away and is running with it. And the refs say it's an interception. Rex Ryan challenges this play, and it looks like both players go down with it, and the ball is ripped out only when Cotchery is down, but the play still is called.
Yeah, it's called, which is, we always say, hey, tie goes to the runner, and it doesn't look like that. The refs called it. Packers football, it's going to stay.
But Ryan is now out of challenges for the game, down 3-0. Still, though, the Jets defense keeping the offense in the game. Sanchez to Jericho Cotchery. Longest play of the game for the Jets, 49 yards, but Nick Folk misses a field goal. So it's still 3-0 in the fourth quarter. Mark Sanchez, 1st and 20 from the Green Bay side of the field, looking for Dustin Keller, but Charles Woodson now takes the ball away, and it's called an interception for Woodson.
Horrible call.
But this cannot be reviewed because the Jets are out of challenges.
Horrible call.
I mean, Keller is down.
He's down. He rips it from him. Should be Jets.
I mean, it's a brutal call. But Rex Ryan cannot challenge it. He's got to call defensive plays now. And that led to a field goal. Jets' 3rd turnover of the game. They had 4 all season coming in. And it's 6-0 now on 3rd and 8 with 4 minutes to go. They tried for it all. To Jericho Cotchery, it's no good. Rex Ryan decides to go for it. Why not with the defense playing as well as it's been playing? 4th and 8. Sanchez. It worked on 4th down last week in Denver, but no flag here. But the Jets defense holds and gets the ball back for the Jets offense. One last chance to go down the field, score some points, score a touchdown, and win the game. But 4th and 11, Sanchez cannot find more 4th down magic.
3-man rush. Come on, you got to get rid of it.
And it's incomplete to Braylon Edwards. And
Give him a chance.
The Green Bay Packers go into the new Meadowlands and shut out the Jets. The Jets shut out at home off a bye week.
After a bye. A fresh team after a bye.
If you've just gone to get a snack, welcome back. Jets Packers. New York off a bye week. Offense took another one off Sunday. Look, lots of Rex Ryans in the crowd there at the new Meadowlands. Steve Weatherford, first quarter, fake punt. Looks like he's got it. Keeping the drive alive, but we take another look. The Packers asked for another look. Turns out he got out of bounds before the marker. Turnover on downs. Packers got it. Get a field goal out of it. Fourth quarter, still 3-0. Mark Sanchez to Dustin Keller, and Charles Woodson, Defensive Player of the Year, yanks it out of there. Chuck, no challenges left, so the call stands. Sanchez here, sacked by Clay Matthews. The Packers shut out the Jets 9.
Jets have an opportunity to take first place in the AFC East if they could win the battle of first-round draft picks from a couple of years ago. It's Sanchez and Stafford on the same field for the first time in their playing careers. Lions up 7-3 late second half when the hometown hero from Detroit, Braylon Edwards, makes a big play. 75-yard touchdown. Jets up at halftime, 10-7 in the game. The Lions were dominating. He's in Detroit.
Stafford made the throw.
Third quarter now. Edwards
gives shoulders around.
Gives it back. Tries to switch the ball in his hands as he's being tackled by Louis Delmas and puts the ball on the turf. 5th fumble in the game for the Jets, but the first that they lost, leading to Jason Hansen's 21-yard field goal. It's good, but there's a flag on the play. Trevor Price called for roughing the kicker. Lions take the points off the board.
Hey, it's a good call. This kid, Jason Hansen, been their best player over the last decade.
And the next play job at best, no, it's still in Stafford's hands. Touchdown, but
Hanson's still hurt from being roughed, so who comes on to kick the extra point?
Not that, man.
Ndamukong Suh.
Hey, Ndamukong who?
Your first pick ought to be able to do it all.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man. You've been the biggest man on the roster to kick.
Ndamukong Suh, the litigator.
He played soccer, guys. You know what I mean?
He's too big for soccer.
Well, the Lions are up. They need that point later on. They're up 20-10 with 6 minutes to go. Stafford running out of the pocket, tackled by Brian Thomas, and there's that gimpy shoulder again.
I'm still tripping off. Out of all the people on the roster, you pick Ndamukong Suh to kick the extra point.
Well, again, they would need those points because the Jets, with 3:38 to go in a game they were struggling offensively, begin to get some positive plays. Dustin Keller, 25-yard gain, led to a 1-yard sneak by Sanchez to make it a 3-point game. Drew Stafford in relief on third down with the Jets out of timeouts. They elect to throw it.
Stop the clock.
It stops the clock with 1:54 to go. Instead, they could have run it down to a minute to go, and the Jets used that time that they got from Jim Schwartz in a gift wisely. Here is Sanchez checking it down the field. Again, they wouldn't have been able to check it down if they only had a minute to go.
Smart.
LT hit laid out of bounds by Julian Peterson. Tack on 15 more with 40 ticks to go.
Clearly out of bounds.
So 3 plays later, Nick Folk on from 36 yards to cap a 9-play, 60-yard game-time drive, and he got it. We're going to overtime. The Jets pull this one out of their hat, and in overtime, they win the coin toss. They march down the field thanks to one quick play. Strike from Sanchez to Santonio Holmes.
Nice route. Bad angle by the safety on this play.
And just like that, we're in field goal range.
52 yards up the gut, back comes Nick Folk, and Nick Folk from 30 yards away kicks the game winner, and the Jets do go on top of the AFC East by pulling a big come from behind win in Detroit. 6-2 they are over the Patriots. They have the tiebreaker because they beat the Patriots back in week 1, both 2 full games ahead of the Miami Dolphins.
Had their hands full with the Detroit Lions. Lions averaging about 38 points at home. I know they're 2-5 going in. Mark Sanchez to Braylon Edwards. Zing! Drops it, and he could go all the way. You could hold on for maybe 2 more steps. It almost looked like you got rid of the ball too early, Tom, but close. Don't mean to throw it away. Jets lead 10-7 at the half. Now, Jason Hanson, third quarter, going to kick a short field goal. Good, but wait a minute. Flag on the play. Roughing the kicker against the Jets, Trevor Price.
Yeah, Trevor Price, former Bronco and Raven, comes through. You see him get Hanson right on the leg right there. Lions will get a new set of downs.
So Jim Schwartz says, let's take the points off the board. Matthew Stafford, look at him run. Touchdown. Lions lead 13-10. Hanson, hurt on the play, tries to, you know what, it hurts. Who's going to kick the extra point? You're kidding me here, right? And Ndamukong Suh, it's doink! He's got a soccer background.
Well, look at the follow-through. Big fella knows what he's doing. Give him another shot if you need.
He just missed it. I mean, he wasn't really ready, like getting your leg loose. And so it's 13-10. Now, Stafford and Nate Burleson. Revis did a job on Calvin Johnson, but Burleson had a 100-yard game, 20-10. Lions? Stafford coming out of the end zone, and you hate to see it, but he started only 13 of the 24 games he was eligible for, and who knows now with shoulder injury, which shelved him here, if he could keep on going, Tom, in future weeks.
And you can see right there he landed on that shoulder that he's injured so often, that right shoulder.
This might be one of those guys as good as he looks. Meanwhile, 3.5 minutes to go. Sanchez to Dustin Keller with the Jets trailing 20-10. And this is where Mark Sanchez stood taller than everyone. And literally on this play, he burrowed 1 yard, and it's now a 20-17 game. While Stafford gets ice on the sidelines, Drew Harry Dean Stanton is going to come in at quarterback, and after the 2-minute warning, the Jets have no timeouts on third down. Oh, no, an incomplete pass rather than run and take 40 seconds off the clock.
Curious, you stopped the clock for the Jets.
And so that gave the Jets an extra 40 seconds. Sanchez dumped to LaDainian Tomlinson, and way out of bounds, he's hit by Julian Peterson. Flag.
And this is the penalty that you cannot commit because it puts the other team, gives them a chance to win.
And then, 4 seconds ago, Nick just plain Folk hits a 36-yard field goal. We're tied, going to overtime, and the Jets are going to win the toss. First possession, second play, right after the kickoff return. Mark Sanchez, Yo Holmes, Santonio Holmes. That's Levy, the linebacker, running way downfield to prevent the touchdown. But a couple plays later, it's Folk again in short field goal range, 30 yards. Good. The Jets trail 10 with 3.5 to go, and Rex Ryan and company win it. Mark Sanchez does the job late in a game that the Lions, they're one of the best 2-6 teams we've seen, but the Lions lose it in a game that they probably in many ways felt they deserved to win until the very end for Rex's Jets, who are 6-2 now.
The Jets were in Cleveland. Rob Ryan and Rex Ryan together. Eric Mangini used to coach the Jets. Rex Ryan took over after Mangini was fired. The Browns coming off a big win over the Patriots and the Saints. And look who's running downhill again.
This is the new beast in the league. Peyton Hillis.
He knocked off Zonka. Well, he fumbled early and then made up for it, scoring on the Jets defense as the Browns did early and often. It's 13-10 Browns right before the half when Mark Sanchez makes a nifty move to move the Jets in front right at halftime, and then they opened up the second half with a monster 19-play, 10-minute drive that they had to settle a field goal for at the end of it, and then Nick Folk folks it right off of the
I like that. I like that.
And that was his second miss of the game. Mangini breathes a sigh of relief. The Jets are still only up by 4. I don't know if it's not the equipment.
Blame the shoes.
Might be operator error. 2013, the Jets are up after Folk does kick a field goal later on with a minute and a half to go.
You gotta love this young Colt McCoy.
Leads the Browns down the field in a must-have 2-minute drill, capped off by a Muhammad Massaquoi touchdown with 44 ticks to go.
Nice pick drought. I love this team. This Browns team is fighting out, beating good teams every week.
And for the second straight week, the Jets on the road in overtime. They won the toss last week and won it in Detroit right away. This time they win the toss, and the Browns get the ball, only to have Chancey Stuckey put the ball on the ground just as they were nearing field goal range. And what a crushing turnover. He doesn't step out of bounds. And
I wish he would have.
Drew Coleman is the one who strips it away, the much maligned Drew Coleman, and Antonio Cromartie recovers it. So the Jets get the ball back. And what do they do with it? They move it down the field. 3rd and 9. Sanchez buying time not only once but twice. Chancey Stuckey fumbled the ball, and look who makes up for the Jericho Cotchery for the Jets over the middle. He blows a tire.
He's blew a tire. Keep playing. Oh, beautiful
I like that.
What a play.
That's determination.
And set up Nick Folk for the winner, and he folks it right. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Keep playing. Keep playing.
They have to. Browns would punt. Another chance for the Jets. 3rd and 14 from their own 46. Sanchez with a minute 44 to go. This worked in Denver to throw it up, hope for the best. This time, Joe Hayden picks it off, and that's a crucial interception, not because it stops the Jets' drive, but it sets up the Browns deep in their own end instead of batting it down and perhaps getting better field position. So the Jets get the Browns to go 3 and out, and this happens with 16 ticks to go. Santonio Holmes back in Ohio with a big walk-off win for the Jets, shocking Rob Ryan and the game Cleveland Browns. It is the first time a team has ever won back-to-back overtime games on the road in consecutive weeks in NFL history. And in so doing, Santonio Holmes posts the 3rd latest walk-off touchdown in the history of regular season overtime. Jason LaConfora with the hero after.
Santonio, walk me through that last play. It was all a big blur from where I was standing.
Oh, man. Things happen so fast, man. When Mark threw that ball, he told me, just stick with him on the sideline, and we'll make something happen. I told him, just believe in me. You know, when it comes down to these situations, this is when big-time players step up and make big plays in games. And I told him, just give me the ball. Whenever you give it to me, he gave me the right signal. We ran the right play, and those guys, they messed up. They gave me a chance.
The Jets, Rex. Defensive coordinator of the Browns, Rob. Of course, Eric Mangini used to be the Jets coach, and now he coaches Cleveland as Peyton Hillis runs outside. David Harris strips him of the ball. Cleveland had an early lead, then it's 3-3. But after the Jets can't get a first down, good defense, Cleveland. Nick Folk 48 yards, no good. Still 3-3. Here comes Cleveland. Peyton Hillis, a $1.84 a week ago against New England. Touchdown, 11 yards. Hillis, impressive. Cleveland, they're going to do it again. They beat the Saints. They beat the Patriots. We'll see if they beat the Jets. They're up 10-3. Mark Sanchez did this about 10 times, Tommy. Buying time and then under control. Jericho Country, 25-yard touchdown. And it's tied at 10. Now, half minute to go. 3rd and goal to 2. Calls his own number.
You know, Sanchez a lot more mobile than you think when he's on the field, either running or throwing the football.
Jets up 17-13 at the half. Much higher scoring than you thought. Sean Green, 4th and 1. The Jets gambled. The Browns went. Boy, they held the ball for, I think, everything but about 3-4 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Tom and Nick Folk, 24. Doink! 24-yard field goal, no good. Nick Folk would miss 3 field goals to the chagrin of Rex Ryan. Let's change my planting shoe. I don't know, planting shoe. What do you need? Miracle Grow? All right, 3rd and 3, Jets at the Browns 7. Sanchez almost picked up by former Jet Abram Elam. A break for the Jets. Folk makes field goal 20-13. But Colt McCoy, who's led the last 2 weeks, this is his 4th career start. Look at him, down the field to Benjamin Watson, 18 yards. Next play from scrimmage, bubble. Evan Moore makes the catch.
And this is how you help a young quarterback. Moore does by fighting Darrelle Revis for the football and coming away with an 18-yard gain.
Now tick, under 50 seconds to go. Colt McCoy, Muhammad Massaquoi, and the Browns have gone right up the field on the vaunted Jets, and after a second half where they did nothing, they've tied it at 20. Overtime. Browns have a chance to win it. Chancey Stuckey with the catch, tries for extra yards, but it's a fumble! It's a fumble, and Antonio Cromartie recovers.
Yeah, and Drew Coleman is going to be the guy who forces the fumble. Brian Robisky is going to miss a chance to recover it. Antonio Cromartie gets the ball for the Jets.
So Stuckey being consoled, one of 11 former Jets have played with Mangini on the Brown squad. Sanchez avoiding defenders, and this is the play of the game. I know another one won it, but this pass from Sanchez to Conchery, after you see what Conchery does, is amazing.
Well, you can see that he pulled something there, but he still stayed into the play and made a great catch for his quarterback.
Later on, so now it's time for Nick Folk. All right, you missed a few. Now try to win it from 47 yards. No good. It's no good. Stuckey says, thank you. Folk says, what? Game continues. Under 2 minutes to go. We might have a tie, Tommy. Sanchez on 3rd and 14. Fires it. And the number 1 pick, Cleveland, Joe Hayden, makes the pick. You could argue, should he have dropped? He made the pick, but Cleveland's...
Yeah, and if he hadn't made the pick, they would have had another down anyway.
And McCoy now sacked by Jason Taylor. Sean Ellis almost to safety. Cleveland punting Reggie Hodges out of his own end zone. It's a 53-yard punt, but watch what Jim Leonard does. Goes right up the field. That's perfect. So it's an 18-yard return to the 37-yard line of the Browns. Only under 30 seconds, though. Does Folk have a chance to make it? Mark Sanchez, other ideas. Slant, Santonio Holmes, gone! Gone! Game, gone! Sanchez to Holmes with just seconds left before it would have been a tie.
Yeah, and you look at the close by the Browns defenders, and it looked like everybody held up a little bit. Boy, you got to try to dislodge the ball, get it out, do whatever you can, try to win the game.
50, Eric Barton didn't come up with the play. Rob Ryan Watt, Rex Ryan, yes. Nick Folk, I don't have to kick. And the Jets, they're 7-2. They beat the Cleveland Browns in overtime, a week after they beat the Lions in overtime in Detroit. Jets 26, Cleveland 20.
Off the Thanksgiving tripleheader that ends in the New Meadowlands right here on NFL Network with the Jets hosting the Bengals. They hosted the Texans today. We picked things up in the second quarter of this game with Houston up 7-3. Mark Sanchez to Santonio Holmes, the walk-off winner of last week's game with his scamper through the Cleveland defense with a nice 26-yard gain there, taking it to the plus side of the field. 5 plays later, Braylon Edwards against the 32nd pass defense in the league. feasting to set up Sanchez to Edwards.
Treat them like who they are. 30-second pass defense. Treat them like they are that.
10 plays, 78 yards. It's a 10-7 Jet lead. It's 13-7 at the half. Second half, LT checking it down, and look at this move.
That's the young LT.
Yeah, he looks very healthy.
18-yard gain.
Those legs,
Setting up
look at
3
him.
plays later. Sanchez to Santonio Holmes. He's just...
If he doesn't do another thing, he's already paid dividends with the acquisition of Santonio Holmes this season.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to do anything else.
He set up the game winner in overtime in Detroit. He ended the overtime winner in Cleveland. And then wait till you see what he does in this game. Sean Green fumbles the ball.
Sanchez.
Well, I mean, this game was pretty much in the oven for the Jets until Green put the ball on the turf. He had problems with this a little bit last year.
Sanchez.
And that turned the tide because back come the Houston Texans and their offense on the field, and Matt Schaub finds Joel Dreesen right away.
How do you get that open, Coach?
Well, it's a busted coverage or a double move.
So it's a 43-yard score. The next play after the fumble, and the Texans are just down 6 on Rex Ryan's team, and they get the ball back with 5.5 to go. Schaub to Mr. Anderson.
Can you get more time than that?
Schaub rolls all the way out to, I guess, exit 16E and down to the 35. Next play, Schaub to Andre Johnson.
Look at the play-action pass protection he has all day.
So suddenly the Jets defense is getting picked apart at the most crucial time, and then Arian Foster with his second touchdown of the game with 2:20 to go.
Pay that man.
And the Jets take watch the Texans take the lead over, and the Jets challenge this, cost themselves a timeout that it sure looked like they would need when Sanchez throws a pick when the Jets get the ball back.
Oh, boy.
Kevin Bentley with the pick.
Is that a Bentley or a Cadillac?
Led to a Neil Rackers field goal, so the Jets are down 4 in a game they were leading by 13 midway through the fourth quarter, but now there's 40 ticks to go. At a timeout, Sanchez dumps it off to LT, who takes it to the plus side of the field on a 15-yard gain. 2 plays later, 24 ticks to go. Fourth play of this drive, Sanchez to Braylon Edwards, and he gets it down inside the 10.
What a great job by Sanchez, looking off the safety, making him turn his hips inside. Easy throw down the sideline.
And the next play to who else?
Santonio Holmes. Go win it again, why don't you?
He does. Third straight week. He provides the winning points or sets it up, and Matt Schaub gets that sick feeling. What a long flight back to Houston for the Texans, who lost on that Hail Mary last week, and then on this play this week.
Fireman Ed and company were ready to see the Jets roll it up. Coach Rex Ryan said, well, wait a minute, we're down 7-3. It's true. But Mark Sanchez, Santonio Holmes, Braylon Edwards involved, and then bang, Brad Smith with a block, blocking downfield.
Wide receivers blocking for each other. That's what makes long plays in the passing game.
And then Mark Sanchez slant to Braylon Edwards. It's a touchdown. The Jets lead 10-7, and that would be Fireman Ed. Come here. No. Hey, there you go. That's called involving the crowd. Mark Sanchez, Santonio Holmes, stiff arm, get out of my way, gone, 41 yards, touchdown. The Jets now up 20-7.
This is one of the premier receivers in the league. You see the corner fall down, he stiff arms the safety, and he is gone.
Jets are up 23-10 in the fourth quarter, and occasionally this young man has this trouble. Sean Green fumbles, Brian Cushing made the play, Kevin Bentley picks it up. And the Jets were about to salt the game away, and all of a sudden, here come the Texans. They can score now. Matt stumped the Schaub. Joel Dreesen, I think he's open. Cromartie had to have a chance. Nah, he doesn't. 23-17. Now we got a game. Jets punt. Matt Schaub, 1st and 10. Andre Johnson, a scrapper in the true sense of the word. Just can't get him down. Completion. Texans in business. Now last week, you don't need to remember what the Texans and the Jets went through. For Coach Kubiak and the Texans, heartbreak. Hail Mary, loss, final play of game at Jacksonville. For the Jets, just seconds to go in overtime before it's a tie. Slant, touchdown, Santonio Holmes for Mark Sanchez. So keep that in mind. What will they have in store for us today? Valerian Foster says, how about it's our turn to win late? He's in. Rex Ryan challenges, but it's a good call.
Yeah, and looks like he's laying on top of bodies as he goes down. Great job of stretching the ball out for a touchdown.
So 24-23, Houston, just over 2 minutes to go. Sanchez is hit as he throws. The wobbler picked off by Bentley. Now the Jets do hold them to a field goal, but now it's a 4-point Houston lead, 27-23. 40 seconds to go. One to LaDainian Tomlinson. Then Sanchez to LT again. He looked like quick legs again.
Yeah, you can see he's got the life back in the legs for the stretch run for the Jets.
24 seconds to go on second down. Sanchez. Deep. Braylon Edwards. How about laying that one in there perfectly for a big game, Jets?
Yeah, great job of timing by Braylon Edwards. A little bit of a push right there, but boy, the safety a little late coming over, and a great throw by Sanchez.
Now remember what just seconds ago, they need a touchdown. They're down 4. Who do you go to? Mr. Clutch, Santonio Holmes. They've done it again. Last week, the winner. The week before, the big catch that set up the winning field goal in overtime. Beautiful drop.
What an outstanding throw. Good awareness by Holmes to know exactly where he is, get 3 feet in. Outstanding.
And so the New York Jets look at a comfortable win, turned into an uncomfortable loss, turned into a palpitating win. The Jets, they're 8-2. They win it by the count of 30-27.
Jets won on Thursday Night Football here on NFL Network. Mark Sanchez and Carson Palmer, 2 USC quarterbacks in the same house, and Palmer made the first mistake on his 10th pass attempt of the night. Carson Palmer just hucks it down in a double coverage, it seems, Ron.
I don't know what he thought he saw there, but it was really triple coverage, and he just threw it to coverage, and they made the play.
Led to the Jets' first points of the night, a field goal. Next drive, Antonio Cromartie. There's your triple coverage into the end zone.
Yeah, a lot of bodies back there. Probably should have thrown that one away or check it down.
So, third straight game with at least 2 picks for Palmer, but despite those mistakes, look who led at halftime. It was Carson Palmer and the Cincinnati Bengals, because Eric Smith is called for, I guess, hitting a defenseless receiver, Marshall.
I have no idea if that was defenseless. That was a bang-bang play. I'm surprised they even threw the flag.
It's a fresh set of downs right on the goal line, and then it's a touchdown for Jordan Shipley.
Yeah, smart route. Now he hooked it up in the zone. Option route, well done.
Bengals up 7-3, but the first possession of the second half, Brad Smith will end around to the end zone, 53 yards and a touchdown, and the Jets are on top.
They use this kid in so many ways. I'm happy to watch. I watched him play in college. Happy to watch him have success in the NFL.
2 drives later, this was the turning point. Even though the Jets were up here, the ball is live. Even though few people realize it, James Hedebo realizes it. Marvin Lewis doesn't challenge the play, even though it did not appear to hit anybody on Cincinnati. Maybe Andre Caldwell was the closest to it, but Marvin never pulled out the challenge flag.
I'm sure somebody's in his ear giving him advice on what to do in that situation, and they must have told him, don't challenge it, because it's hard for me to believe that Marvin Lewis wouldn't challenge something that close.
It didn't look that conclusive, but maybe because of the way it was called on the field. But at any rate, just a couple plays later, Santonio Holmes is wide open in the end zone, a 13-yard score to put the Jets up by 10. Fourth quarter now, Jets on 4th and 16 in their own end zone, punting it, and it's a weak duck off of the foot of Steve Weatherford, but it also went off Josh Malga's arm.
Yeah, the personal protector gets pushed back into the punter, and it's blocked here for about a 12-yard punt.
Led to a field goal for the Bengals, and the ensuing kickoff, here comes Brad Smith, ripping and tearing.
I love the patience. I love him setting up blocks, and he's so fast, he just completely ran out of his shoes.
89 yards, and as you mentioned, Dion,
One shoe on, one shoe off. Now that's high stepping.
That's high stepping.
A second career kickoff return for Smith. And then with the Bengals down by 2 scores, the cherry on top is a 2-pointer. Trevor Pryce hitting Carson Palmer, who threw the ball away with nobody in the vicinity. That's called a safety, and the Jets win 26-10, harassing Carson Palmer after halftime after a mistake-filled first half left them needing another comeback win, except this one didn't come with 10 seconds to go. It was all Jets in the second half, and now the Jets, after 12 weeks of play for them in the 2010 season, sit at 9-2 atop the AFC, their best start since 1986.
Shall we?
Yes.
Bengals, Jets, New York 8 wins. Cincinnati has 8 losses. Not a fair fight. Second quarter, we got no score. Carson Palmer pressure finds Terrell Owens, who in this game had 3 catches for 17 yards. Darrelle Revis, average, but played above his average.
Yeah, he played above average against that slouch, I guess. Oh, T.O. pick it up.
Palmer, deep. Jim Leonard's back there.
That's a punt.
Didn't fair catch it, though, did he?
That wasn't a pass. That was a punt. Come
Palmer,
on, Carson.
17, 38, 135 yards, 2 picks. Mark Sanchez, meanwhile, he has a tight end named Dustin Keller. Happiness is having a tight end who can run down the middle of the field.
Yeah, by the name of Dustin Keller. Short, intermediate routes. He is great.
Palmer going deep again for Owens. Triple coverage. That time it came up short. Antonio Cromartie's got it. Palmer trying to find Owens, just nothing to show for it. Sort of like the Bengals season. Nothing to show for it.
Yeah, that's the definition of forcing a throw. You got to stay in field position, try and get some points.
This is a touchdown. I'm sorry.
Minute to go in the half. Palmer finds Chad Ochocinco. Man in the striped shirt says, no, you're out of bounds.
Marcellus,
look at it again.
I must agree. This is a catch by right there. I mean, it's clear. Everyone can see it passes the eyeball.
Challenging authority. No, the man said it's not a touchdown.
I don't believe in him.
They got a 0 by them.
All right, it's
you
your
know
highlight.
what? Doesn't matter. They threw it to Jordan Shipley. Got the touchdown anyway.
Okay.
Yapping about nothing here. Bengals led 7-3, or go up 7-3 at the half. Third quarter, Brad Smith. Little end around. Number 16 is fleet of foot. He's MU Tiger fast. Jets go up 10-7 on the run by Brad Smith, and he's not done. Stick around. We'll see more from him. Later in the quarter, Mark Sanchez. You know, Trent Dilfer slobbering all over this guy. Does a nice job avoiding the pressure, and then makes a poor throw. Ray Maluga's got a 6th straight game with Sanchez has thrown an interception, so he's still got a little goofy in him on occasion.
Yeah, he does. But you know, it's only his second year. Things are going to come to him.
All right, Jets got a punt 4th and 5. This just gets goofy. Paul was trying to block, and the ball, it just grazes his helmet, and the Jets are on it, working hard. They're alert, dive, ball, got it on the 14. She just gets him. Caldwell then it didn't really go after it, though.
No, these kind of things always happen on the bad side for a team that's 2-8, and on the good side for an 8-2 team.
There you go. All right, so now the Jets have the ball, and they figure as long as we have it, might as well score. We're in the red zone. Sanchez, Santonio Holmes, who's decided not to wait until the last play of the game or inside of last minute of play to catch one. Jets go up 17-7. Fourth quarter, after a Bengals field goal. They, by rule, they must kick off. Brad Smith is there. Brad.
Joystick.
Yeah, little jukage.
Okay.
There, and somewhere along the line here, Marcellus, he loses a shoe.
Yeah, he does. And that shoe is not even going to slow him down. He's like, I am out of here. Deceptively fast because he runs, and it looks effortless right here.
Yeah, like Robert Smith. He sort of runs up high, big, tall guy.
I'm telling you, growing up in the hood, baby, when you took your shoes off, that's when you hit your 6th gear right there.
Man can outrun a kicker like you wouldn't believe. Jets go up 24-10 and win it by a count of 26-10. Smith, the first Jets player with 2 50-yard touchdowns in the same game since Jonathan Carter back in November of 2003. Holmes catches a TD pass in his 3rd straight game for the first time in his career. On the other side of the ledger, Bengals lose in their Thanksgiving debut. They've now lost 8 straight after starting the season. We don't like to dwell on the negative. We're all about the positive, so I think in that case we should hear Rex Ryan talk.
Snacks.
Jets and the Patriots coming into the night both 9-2 and knowing full well what was at stake on Monday Night Football. Tom Brady and his Patriots coming into town. Rex Ryan getting his defense ready to go. First quarter, Jets have it down 3-0. This is 3rd and 1. Sanchez takes it up the middle for no gain. And this was a questionable decision. Rex Ryan deciding to challenge the spot. They've lost the challenge. And then the next play on 4th and 1, Sean Green able to get the first down, and the Jets move the chains.
Yeah, that's an interesting call because if you're going to go for it, you might as well. Now, here's the key play. This is a turnover here, Bill. When you miss a field goal in the National Football League, especially cold weather, cold football, that's a turnover that the Patriots capitalize.
Nick Folk missing from 53 yards out, ensuing Patriots possession. 2nd down, Brady incomplete to Rob Gronkowski in the end zone, but a penalty marker is thrown. Eric Smith, who now takes over that vacated spot left by the injured Jim Leonard flag.
Yeah, Eric Smith or Jim Leonard wasn't going to be able to cover Gronkowski. That's just one of those matchups the Patriots talked about, got the advantage of.
Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis takes it off left tackle for the touchdown, and the Patriots at that point with a comfortable lead in front, 10-0. And you see on the Jets sideline, Darrelle Revis already, you can start to see some question marks on that New York side of the field. Mark Sanchez pursuing New York possession. 3rd and 11, Sanchez throws behind Holmes, and boy, he missed a couple of throws tonight.
Yeah, Sanchez is not an accurate passer. I know everybody in New York doesn't want to hear that, but that's the reality of it.
New England takes over, 4th and 3 on the Jets' 25. Brady throws left, finds Deion Branch, breaks the tackle, and he's going 25 yards for the touchdown. 17-0 New England.
Something about being in New England suits Deion Branch. Did not see as much of this in Seattle as one would have thought.
Rex Ryan knowing at this point that something is amiss with this New York Jets. 2nd quarter, Jets taking over possession. Sanchez throwing right to Braylon Edwards, but Braylon can't come down with it. But again, a bad throw.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez had trouble throwing the ball into the wind and with the wind. He pushed the ball, he didn't throw it.
But with Braylon Edwards, when your quarterback's struggling, you got to make a catch like that to try and help him out.
Danny Woodhead, the old Jet. Jets didn't want him. Patriots took him. And boy, how that move has paid off for New England.
That's the gift that keeps on giving to the Patriots.
Didn't you just know that was going to happen tonight? You knew it was going to happen.
7 plays later, boy, that made it look easy. Brady rolling left finds Brandon Tate for the touchdown. 24-3 New England at this point. Rex Ryan challenging earlier, did not challenge here.
This is an interesting call.
Yeah, because look Tate, there's 1 foot down. Now the arm goes down. I think that's what they were saying. Now that's the possession in the end zone. Instead of the 2 feet, you got the 1 foot and the arm. But let's face it, that was like his third target on that play.
Boy, Jets down 24-3 at halftime. This is not the way they wanted to start the second half. Play action, Sanchez is picked. Brandon spikes Sanchez's first interception in the red zone this season.
When you don't play zero coverage down there against Mark Sanchez and make him throw the ball in tight windows, the Jets are 28th in red zone scoring, and that's exactly what the Patriots forced him to do, interception. And that's why they won the game.
And as they did all night long, they take advantage of Jets' miscues.
Matchups.
Second down, it's Aaron Hernandez.
It's all about matchups. And Revis can only cover one guy. Everybody gets caught up on Revis Island. The Patriots get these matchups, tight ends on safeties, and they win them.
And Aaron Hernandez is an athlete.
Boy, he spread the wealth, too, on Monday night. This is Wes Welker breaking a tackle for the touchdown. 31-3 New England.
Everybody has protected this year against the Jets. They're 30th in the league in interceptions, and that's a problem.
Now, this is the kind of night it was for Mark Sanchez. Underthrows Edwards. Devin McCourty with the interception.
Yeah, Edwards really didn't have a chance to make a play. That ball was so underthrown, he couldn't even help his quarterback in it by trying to come back and get it.
It's Danny Woodhead again, up the sideline, 50 yards down to the New York 12. Brady goes over 300 yards for the night. 33rd time in his career he's done that.
Kevin Falk goes, Danny Woodhead comes in, Patriots got better.
4th quarter, save Patriots possession. 2 plays later, Brady throws right to Hernandez for the touchdown. We knew they'd like to use the tight end, and they used the Monday night.
They've used 3 in this ball game between Crumpler, Hernandez, and Gronkowski.
38-3 New England, and the onslaught is officially on. Sanchez picked off again, this time James Sanders. Sanchez's 3rd interception of the night. And boy, they just added insult to injury. Ensuing New England possession, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis up the gut for the touchdown, and it's 45-3. And boy, if you're not a Rex Ryan fan, you certainly enjoyed Monday night. 45-3 is the final score as the New England Patriots go to 10-2, now 6-0 at home, and the Jets' long road winning streak ends at 8.
Brady came into the game supremely confident. Mark Sanchez with something to prove. Patriots owner Robert Kraft weighing in.
I think in the 17 years that we've owned the team, this is the biggest regular season game in our history.
Opening drive for the Jets with 3rd and 7. And maybe this was a sign of things to come. Sanchez's pass falls incomplete, and Sanchez hit hard on the play.
Yeah, they got pressure. They needed to get that early, and he just was kind of off right from the start.
Yeah, they took a look at it. Everything seemed to be fine, though, at least physically, with Mark Sanchez. Ensuing Patriots drive. Brady with play action, and he goes deep, looking for the rookie, Rob Gronkowski, in the end zone. A lot of contact on the play. Pass interference call.
You know, biggest game of the year in the NFL, and I think it proves the point that they need to go to the college rule. It's just too big of a penalty for defenses. From a quarterback's perspective, they wouldn't think I thought so, but
no, Pat's got the ball on the 1, 2nd and goal. Then Jarvis Green-Ellis punches it in for the touchdown. Patriots go up 10-0. Now, after the Jets went 3 and out, next Pat's drive, and Brady finds his favorite old targets, Deion Branch over the middle, 19 yards on 3rd and 22. Patriots with 4th and 3, and they decide to go for it. Brady with the slant pass to Branch, who breaks a tackle, takes it all the way for a 25-yard touchdown. How'd Branch get free?
You know, it's real simple right here. You're gonna watch Eric Smith. He's gonna come on a blitz, but Danny Woodhead right there inside. He provides a little bit of a pick. Inside comes Branch, and then he takes his feet to the end zone.
And the Patriots go up 17-0. 2nd quarter, up 17-3. Brady to another weapon, the X Factor, Danny Woodhead. Over the middle, Woodhead picks up 35 on the play. Patriots threatening again. How does he do it? Later in the drive, Brady with play action, buys some time, and finds Brandon Tate in the end zone. The referees would get together to discuss if Tate landed inbounds. The play, of course, was ruled a touchdown because nothing was going right for the Jets.
See, 1 foot, hand first before he went out of bounds. I thought it was a great call.
Yeah, Rex Ryan wouldn't challenge the play. Patriots up 24-3 at the half. At halftime, Teddy Bruschi would be honored by the team. Opening drive for the Jets in the 3rd quarter. Sanchez over the middle. It gets picked off by Brandon Spikes.
That was really the last chance for the Jets. You know, they could get back to the game here, go 24-10, 2 scores away. This is just a bad read by Mark, a forced triple coverage. That's where I realized that Mark was really having a tough day and really wasn't going to get it back together.
Ensuing drive, Brady to Aaron Hernandez, who picks up 35 and a big first down. Patriots driving once again. Later in the drive, 2nd and 4. Brady connects with Wes Welker. Another one of his little receivers takes it 18 yards for the touchdown. It's about yards after the catch for these guys. Patriots go up 31-3. The Jets still trying to get something going. Sanchez looks deep for Braylon Edwards, but the pass is picked off by the rookie, Devin McCourty. Make that 6 interceptions on the season for McCourty, and another interception for Sanchez. Ensuing Patriots dive. Brady with the shovel pass, Danny Woodhead, who breaks free, picks up 50 yards. What a huge play.
I love this play tactically. I mean, this is a little nifty little shovel pass that I hadn't seen too much. Another great wrinkle.
Later in the drive, first play of the 4th quarter, Brady wide open Hernandez. Patriots go up 38-3.
Well, Brady can celebrate all he likes because he was not touched all night long. Great job by the offensive line.
More trouble for Sanchez. This time, picked off by Josh Barrett. 3rd interception of the night for Sanchez.
When it rains, it pours. It started off poor, and it got even worse.
Ensuing Patriots drive. Patriots with 4th and inches. Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis picks up the first down. Patriots go for it on 4th down again. You think they're making a statement?
Well, you know, in the NFL, I always say there's no running up the score. You want to stop me? Come stop me.
Exactly right.
It's big boy league.
Yeah, the 2 coaches shake hands, but this night was all about the New England Patriots, who did want to make a statement against the New York Jets.
The Dolphins in town, and Coach Mark Sanchez just has not been the same player that we saw in the first half of the season.
He's not, and he's in a little bit of a slump right now, and that'll happen to a second-year quarterback. And right now, Rex has got to decide, do you let him push through it, or do you let him sit and watch somebody else for a little bit?
There you see it was rocked by Kendall Langford. Quentin Moses comes up with the fumble recovery. It was that kind of day. Dolphins now up 3-0. Chad Henne to Brandon Marshall. Marshall back for the first time after missing a couple of games with a bad hamstring. Dolphins on top, 10-0.
Marshall was excited there, Trey.
The second quarter.
Happy to be back.
And it's Henne rocked by Calvin Pace. The Jets come up with the recovery. So can Gang Green get something going?
No.
Here we go, Prime, on 3rd and 10. And this just hurts. This hurts.
Mike, that was a great route, slant and go quarterback bid. This is the only problem. You got to make that play, Santonio.
All right, it led to a Nick Folk field goal. 3:11 left here in the third. Now watch Nolan Carroll. This is on a punt. As he's running out, he was almost tripped by Jet strength and conditioning coach Sal Alosi. Stuck his knee out there. Clearly, more on that coming up in a minute.
I bet you that.
Carroll was banged up on the play, but he did return to the game.
Fine for that. I want to help my team any way I can.
Jets still trailing 10-3. It is Sanchez to Santonio Holmes who lays out.
You made up for that drop right there.
Yeah, that one didn't get away.
But they weren't able to get in the end zone.
The other one was
They had to settle for another field goal, 10-6. Henne trying to scramble here on a 3rd and 3. But Brian Thomas says it's not going to happen. And this is the same situation the Jets have found themselves in, Coach, in a lot of the key games that they've actually come back and won, but it wasn't to be today. It's to come back and bite you.
The close games, the overtime games on the road, they've done it. But in this drive, they failed to put successive plays together. 2 sacks right here on 2nd down and on 4th down to end this game.
Cameron Wake getting Sanchez there. This is a big 3rd and 16, and Dustin Keller can't hold on. 4th and 16. It is Cameron Wake. Good night. Mark Sanchez and the Jets. They fall 10-6, so now they are 2 games behind the New England Patriots in the AFC.
For Rex Ryan and company. Well, 3rd and 18 in the first quarter. Mark Sanchez trying to make something happen, and Nolan Carroll, remember that name, makes the pick, leads to an alpha field goal, 3-0 Miami. Swing Jets drive, Mark Sanchez is going to be sacked by Kendall Langford. It's a fumble. Quentin Moses, holy Moses, falls on the ball, and then Miami a short drive, but Brandon Marshall is someone that he can school.
Yeah, a little out route by Brandon Marshall. Bart Scott doing the coverage, so linebacker on one of the best wide receivers in this league. This is pretty easy. Pitch and catch, quarterback, wide receiver, touchdown.
10-0 Miami now, Tommy. Second quarter, same score. And then Mark Sanchez to Santonio Holmes. What? Sometimes Braylon Edwards does it, but really? Wow.
Oh, that's as easy a catch as Holmes will ever have a chance to make. He drops the ball, a chance to pull him to within 3.
Well, instead of kick field goal 10-3. And now watch this. This ends up being strength and conditioning coach Sal Alosi kind of sticking out his knee as gunner Nolan Carroll going down the field. He would remain in the game. He stopped it for a while. Carroll later said, I apologize personally to Nolan Carroll. I apologize to, this is Alosi, I should say, spoke to Coach Tony Sperano, and I apologize to my owner, my coach Rex Ryan, etc. Meanwhile, the star of the game for Miami was the punter. That's Brandon Fields. Look at him kick out of the end zone, a 69-yard punt. Antonio Cromartie is smacked down. Then, 11 minutes ago, Fields 56 yards to the 7. Jericho Cotchery tackled immediately by Rashad Jones. It's 10-6. 2.5 to go. Fields 58 yards. This is better than cookies. 10 punts, average of 50 yards. He was great. And in a field position game like this, your punter turns out to be one of your stars. Now, 1st and 10, Mark Sanchez at the fumble. He gets it. 2nd and 14. Jets need a touchdown. Sanchez to Jericho drops it. 3rd and 14. Tougher play. Sanchez to country, catches it, first down. Jets spike the ball to stop it. 2nd and 10. Down 10-6, remember. And then going into the game, going into the week, Cameron Wake led everybody in sacks. He forces a fumble. The Jets recover. Wake just a man. Sanchez. 3rd and 15 defense by Sean Smith. And then 4th and 15. Here comes Cameron Wake again. And wake up, go to sleep, game over. Dolphins go into the New Meadowlands and shock the Jets 10-6. Miami now 6-1 on the road. And for the New York Jets, a surprise. And for the Miami Dolphins, you know what? We're still kind of in this thing.
He's loving the weather in Pittsburgh. It's cold, and the opening kickoff of the game for the Jets needed a great start desperately. They got it from one of the Puddin' Pie Award winners here on NFL Network Thanksgiving night. Brad Smith takes the opening kickoff, 97 yards. There's a flag on the play, but the refs pick it up. It counts.
He didn't hold it up, right?
He won't go prime time either.
So, second quarter, the Jets still don't score an offensive touchdown in the first quarter. They still haven't done that since week 4. And with Heath Miller out, Ben Roethlisberger finds his backup, Matt Spaeth, a 96-yard drive, longest touchdown drive the Jets defense has given up this year. That ties the game at 7. Steelers now down by 10-7, but Roethlisberger to Mike Wallace on a fake spike.
Oh, come on, Ben.
Oh, man, right. That hits
come
right,
on, Ben.
That hits right at the psyche of the Jet fan. Right at the psyche of the Jet fan. And the Jets needing this win after 2 straight losses with no offensive touchdowns. They still don't have an offensive touchdown at this point in the game. Opening drive of the second half for Ben Roethlisberger. He hits Mike Wallace 23 yards for a first down. 4 plays later, Rashard Mendenhall gaining the edge and hitting people, running downhill, running over people, down to the Jets 4. And the Steelers take the opening drive of the second half right down the gut, taking it into the end zone with Mendenhall, and they're up 17-10.
That's the kind of football they really want to play in that weather. Run the football, play a little smash mouth.
So the Jets now needing to respond on the plus side of the field. Sanchez off the play fake. Braylon Edwards takes the hit. Tack on 15 more as Ryan Clark is called for unnecessary roughness, launching
That'd
at
be
the receiver.
15, 25,000. You cannot jump and throw your body into the receiver.
And Roethlisberger cannot believe the extra 15 yards. 4 plays later, it's 4th and 1 from the 7. They go for it. What do you think about this call?
Great call. Great fake by Sanchez. Everybody sold the run. And even the cameraman.
And that's the first offensive touchdown for the Jets since Thanksgiving night. The night that Brad Smith won that Puddin' Pie. Fireman heads traveling, everybody. We are with the Jets with 5 minutes to go. It's Antonio Holmes. The Jets up by 3, picking up a first down 3 plays later. Right on the Steelers 47, 3rd and 6. LaDainian Tomlinson direct snappage.
Nice patience, waiting for the blocking to set up.
But he goes out of bounds. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5. The Steelers having all of their timeouts left still. The Jets throw for it, incomplete. Rex Ryan punts the ball back to the Steelers again, who have all their timeouts left. 2:45 to go. Jason Taylor with the big play.
Huge. Good penetration inside. Got the safety, tackled him over the goal line. He did not cross the goal line with the ball at all.
Takes Mewaldy Moore down.
He missed the block.
A 5-point lead, but the Jets getting the ball back.
I turned my TV off right now.
Off the safety, don't pick up a first down. They go 3 and out, and the Steelers don't have to use all of their timeouts left. They have a 2-minute warning still, but they have to go the length of the field. Ben Roethlisberger on 3rd and 24 after a big sack of Ben. Finds a wide-open Emmanuel Sanders for a first down.
When the Jets play zone defense, people are finding windows and lanes and completions better than against man.
6 plays later, it's 3rd and 10, still 3rd and long. This is picked up again for a 16-yard gain to Antonio Brown. Steelers spike the ball with 9 ticks to go. They can start throwing it in the end zone, and Roethlisberger does throw it in the end zone. It's incomplete. Look for Matt Spaeth. 2 ticks to go. Could the Jets, like the Giants, lose on the last play of the game in Week 15? Roethlisberger
extending the play as only he usually does. This one in the end zone. Incomplete.
Great play.
And the Jets hang on.
71 minutes, 17 seconds since the Jets last scored a touchdown. So they win the toss, and Brad Smith's going to catch the opening kickoff and make that 71 minutes in about 27 seconds, and it's over. It's all over. The Jets have scored a touchdown, 97 yards, but there was no penalty. So now the Jets with the lead. 3rd and 2 for Pittsburgh, second quarter. Big Ben Roethlisberger, now the two defenses, very good ones, settle in, Tom, to Emmanuel Sanders, first down. 3rd and 17. Boy, did Pittsburgh convert a lot of these 3rd and longs. That's Hines Ward first.
And look how Ben extends plays.
Roethlisberger to Matt Spaeth. And you were tied at 7. The bullet, zing, Spaeth is there. 96-yard drive over 8 minutes. Wow. They get a touchdown.
Wow.
Jets lead 10-7, a minute to go in the first half. Fake spike, but Ben had Mike Wallace. Tick, 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 tick.
Boom, you can only use this about once a half season. Roethlisberger with the fake, throws the incompletion, and you saw the reaction on him right there because he's not going to run it again anytime soon.
He settled for a field goal. We're 10-10. Rashard Mendenhall bouncing outside. Mendenhall in the long haul down to the 5. 2 plays later. From the 2, touchdown. Mendenhall ran for 100. There's 2 of them. 17-10 Stillers. Mark Sanchez. No, played well for the Jets on this day. Braylon Edwards, but Ryan Clark said, not on this one.
Well, catching the ball in traffic, and that's what you need to do to help your quarterback get some success. Wow. Ryan Clark came up, made a great hit right there, and you can see it's not helmet to helmet. He hits him with the shoulder. Should have been a perfectly legal hit. He was penalized. Flagged on the play.
Sanchez to Santonio Holmes, the former Steeler, short of a first down. 4th and 1, big decision, Rex Ryan. They're going to go for it. And they fake the handoff up the middle to Green. And it's the boot by Sanchez. What a great call. Touchdown, Jets tied at 17.
Yeah, you see the outside force right there. The rule down toward the end zone. Stay as deep as the football until you see it handed off. That was really an outstanding fake. James Harrison had dove into the middle to help on the run. Touchdown, Jets.
Now this time under 3 to go, the Jets select to punt on 4th and 5. Steve Weatherford, good job there. Down by the Jets, down the 2-yard line. Ensuing possession, waltzing Mewelde Moore is tackled for a safety by Jason Taylor, the old warhorse.
Jason Taylor on a pinch inside. Tackle can't get to him. He hits the back in the backfield. Safety for the Jets.
So it goes from a 3-point game to 5, 22-17 for Rex. 3rd and 3 Jets after the free kick. Sanchez going to pass it. And so with 2:08 to go, clock stops. 2:19, they punt it. Pittsburgh's going to get the ball on their own 8. Now on 3rd and 24. Did we say that they picked up a lot of 3rd and huge? There's one. Sanders. First down, the Jets gave up a 3rd and 24.
Yeah.
47 seconds to go. 3rd and 10. Ben. Tick, 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 tick. Mike Wallace. 60-minute man. First down. Steelers spike it. Now 24 seconds left. 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger. Antonio Brown. They're giving up 3rd and 10s. First down. Sanchez hoping. 9 seconds to go. No timeouts. Big Ben. They're covered. Oh, incomplete, but there's 2 seconds left.
2 seconds left. You're going to get one more play, Boom.
And so here it is. Ben looks right. Covered. Looks left. Buys time for Matt Spaeth. And Spaeth, the over in Pennsylvania for the Jets. Nevermore.
Yeah, and look at the replay. Good job, Ben, getting the ball out of your hands. A little closer than we thought when you see the replay.
But Rex Ryan, Mark Sanchez, they had never won as a franchise in Pittsburgh. 0-7. Despite the loss, later on the Steelers found they had clinched a playoff berth. Jets, 4 losses in Philly, 0-11 in the state of Pennsylvania.
Chicago. All right. For the Jets and the Bears. Jay Cutler, a little sandwich, a little lunch before game time.
Coming casual.
And Mark Sanchez and that sprained sore shoulder ready to go. And it's Antonio Holmes coming the other way. Hit by Tim Jennings. And Chris Harris with the recovery.
This is what the Chicago Bears do. They take it away from you. They're always playing to take that ball out of the ball carrier's hand.
Carry the ball in the outside arms.
Holmes looking at his hand saying, I can't believe they betrayed me here. Matt Forte, coach, just what the Bears have done very well this year is run the football.
Yeah, ever since the bye week now, Matt Forte has played a big part of this offense, especially on the ground.
Bears jump out to a 10-0 lead. Jets coming back. Mark Sanchez out of the shotgun. Dustin Keller wide open over the middle of the field for 26 yards. And now on a 3rd and 10, and Sanchez going back to Keller.
Sanchez, play action fake. Keller, one of the best route-running tight ends in the game. Sanchez able to find him.
Second quarter, same drive. Sean Green gets in for the touchdown. The Jets trail by just 3, down 10-7. Bears and Jay Cutler backing up. This is what he can do, Coach.
Every now and then now. He'll take chances. He trusts his arm. He thinks he can fit it in there most any time. And every now and then you'll get in trouble like this.
You can't make those type of throws in a game of this magnitude. Many Chicago Bears fans wonder if they could get back to the Super Bowl. Not like that.
Dwight Lowry takes it home 20 yards from there. Jets with 2 touchdowns in 54 seconds. Sanchez to Holmes, 16 yards.
We were concerned about that shoulder, but you know what? This first half, he was firing it in there.
Let it rip. And LaDainian Tomlinson gets in. Tomlinson's 144th career rushing TD, second all-time to Emmitt Smith. Wow. Cutler now on a 2nd and 10. And it's Forte who finds a huge hole over the middle of the field.
Not only is he a runner now, this guy's a good route runner out of the backfield.
Jay on the move, rolls right, comes back to his left. Earl Bennett, 14 yards for a first down. And now it's Cutler backpedaling. Beautiful touch to Forte down out at the 2.
He gets single coverage on Jason Taylor trying to peel out of the backfield.
And on the play action,
take it to
why not? Cutler walks into the end zone. So Bears, they get back in it, 21-17, down 4. Third quarter, 24-17.
Don't do it.
Devin Hester back there, but he realizes that Mark Sanchez is the up man. And so on a 4th and 3, Jets are going to try to fake it in their own territory, but it's incomplete. You like that, Coach?
I like the call. It's a little razzle-dazzle, a little trickeration, and this should have been a completion and a first down. Catch the ball, and let's go first down.
Brad Smith can't squeeze it. Cutler and the Bears on the very first opportunity. Let's fit right in the
boy. This is a common theme with the NFL today. Defensive backs not knowing how to judge and locate the ball.
And this time,
don't do it.
He's going to
Don't you do it.
Down the middle, Devin Hester.
Oh, I don't know what you've been told, but this boy here is cold. Don't you do it.
Hester goes 30 yards to put the Bears in prime position. And on a 3rd and 3, it is Cutler to Devin Hester. Oh, boy. It's back
not just
right there.
on returns, but he's developing into one of the best receivers in the game. Teardrop, that was a shot at the day.
Bears on top, 31-24. Sanchez rolling out, going. Holmes is wide open.
Yeah, he can do this well now. He's good on the move, and he's accurate with a strong arm. Nice play.
What happened to these two great defenses? We got an offensive shootout.
Don't you do it. I keep telling you, why do you do this to yourself?
Get him out of the end zone.
Devin Hester, 40 yards on the ensuing kickoff. And Cutler, 5 plays later to Knox. Great grab by Johnny Knox, 26 yards. Bears on top, 38-31.
Cutler only threw to 5 different receivers in the game, and these cornerbacks are some of the best cornerbacks in the game. But in the slot, you could have them any way you want.
Cutler, 215 yards in the air and 3 touchdowns. Matt Forte finishing what he starts a huge first down here on a 2nd and 10. And Robbie Gould usually money from inside 40 yards. He had made 64 straight field goals from 40 yards or fewer, but he can't get that one to go. So the Jets now have one last chance, 58 seconds left, no timeouts. And Sanchez had Holmes, but Chris Harris was there. Bears win it 38-34.
The defenses did not. Mark Sanchez missed a lot of time in Thursday's practice. Not an issue now. But Jay Cutler says we also have a running game. Matt Forte became the first back to gain 100 yards against the Jets this year. Ran for 113, 10-0 Bears early. Sanchez. Then, after about a month in the witness protection program, Dustin Keller. I like the way they work, but we didn't see them for a month.
Tight end, quarterback's best friend. Has to be.
26-yard pickup, then Sanchez, Keller, 18 yards, setting up a Sean Green touchdown into the second quarter. It's a 10-7 game. Bears at their own 15, and now the Jets defense steps forward. Dwight Lowry picks it off, gone. 20 yards, Jets lead 14-10.
Yeah, bad throw by Jay Cutler looking for Earl Bennett, but the pressure wasn't there. This is just a bad throw into coverage.
So now later, second quarter, it's 21-10, and Cutler floats this to Matt Forte, and that's nice. 24 yards inside the 5, setting up a Cutler run. It's 24-17 at the half, a 24-second point quarter for the Jets. But now it's a fake punt, and I don't know. This changed the whole game. Third quarter, Jets up by 7. Incomplete pass to Brad Smith, defended by Rasheed Davis. And on the very next play, Cutler goes for the downs. Love the call. Johnny Knox, 40-yard touchdown.
And you can see the way Cutler stepped into that throw, and when you see that, you know it's going to get there in a hurry, and it's going to be on target.
Now we're tied at 24. Now they do punt the Jets, but the reason you fake it is not to get it to Devin Hester. And Tommy, he caught it where he could do something.
He caught that ball in between the numbers. I would never kick it to him where he's going to get it anywhere other than right on the sideline. That's a 38-yard return by Hester.
Does it every time. And then ensuing drive, third down, Cutler, Hester. But it's another big gainer, 25 yards. The Bears back in front in the seesaw game, 31-24. Now Sanchez says it's my turn. Rolling out, Santonio Holmes, wide open, tied at 31. Jay Cutler. Next drive, Cutler. It's his quarter to Johnny Knox. 26 yards to beats Cromartie, a 21-point third quarter for the Bears.
Yeah, and right there, a good job of turning, focusing on the ball. Cromartie never turns around, never knows the ball's coming.
We played three quarters at 38-31 between these great defenses, Tom. Now it's 38-34, 3rd and 6, and Sanchez to Braylon Edwards. Now the Bears have some coverage. Jets forced to punt. Next Jets possession, 3rd and 5. Country incomplete. Sanchez trying to get it in there. Jets forced to punt. But now the Jets stop. Buck 14 to go Brad Maynard. Oh, it's off the legs of Marcus Cole. Now they get the ball, but it costs them 20 yards.
Yeah, 20 yards of football field, and that's the important thing at this point in the game.
And they're down 4. They need a touch, obviously. 58 seconds to go. This ended it. Chris Harris makes the pick, working across the field.
Great job of cover 2 by the Bears. The corner forced the release inside. The safety was able then to get to the receiver.
So the Chicago Bears, boy, how did they come back off of that devastating loss to the Patriots? Big time against the Vikings, big time against a good team, the Jets. The Bears win 38-34.
Wrapping up the regular season, Jets already in the playoffs, resting a lot of their starters. Mark Sanchez expected to get some work. Ryan Braum and the Bills with their 6th straight losing season. Braum in at quarterback. Fitzpatrick is hurt for Buffalo, and he throws over the middle to Stevie Johnson, racing down the sideline, trying to make something extra happen. When he loses the football, it is stripped and recovered by the Jets at their own 11-yard line. Dwight Lowry with the recovery for the New York Jets. A big play. Steve Johnson, a huge game changer. He had a nice play all the way down inside the red zone, but lost the fumble. Jets get the ball back, and they wind up going with Brad Smith on a 3rd and 16 from their own 18. Smith takes off, running to the right in an option play, finds some space down the sideline, breaks a tackle all the way down into Buffalo territory to the 42. A 40-yard gain for Brad Smith. 3 plays later, in at quarterback once again, running the option. He is going to keep it himself all the way down inside inside the 20. A gain of 20 yards, 62 yards on the drive for Brad Smith on the ground. Led to a field goal. Jets go up 3-0. On to the second. Bills still down 3-0. A 3rd and 6 from their 29. And Brom hit as he threw. Throws up a duck. Intercepted by Marquise Cole, who takes it all the way to the house. An interception return for a touchdown, the first of the career for Marquise Cole. Jets go up 10-0. Darrelle Revis inactive for the game, cheering on his buddy. Mark Brunell, though, playing quarterback for the Jets as their backup, seeing a lot of time with Mark Sanchez sitting down for most of the game, making a completion to Jericho Contry at the 42, and then into the end zone. That is Santonio Holmes with a 17-yard touchdown. The first touchdown pass since week 9 of 2006 for Brunell. Jets go up 17-0 at the half. Brunell, though, did have some shaky moments, picked off there by Jarris Bird, who returns it all the way for the touchdown. So the Bills may be back in the ballgame, only down by 10, 17-7. But the Jets were just pounding things out on the ground. Joe McKnight getting his first career start, a gain of 6. He had 158 yards in the game on 32 carries. And then the very next play, Mark Brunell down the sideline into double coverage. Braylon Edwards somehow gets into the end zone, and he winds up scoring a 52-yard touchdown. Jets roll to victory, 38-7.
Oil Stadium. Jets and Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan said, hey, we're the best team in the postseason, and we're going to the Super Bowl to win it. But he doesn't get past
personal.
Peyton Manning and company first. A rematch of the AFC Championship game from a year ago. Manning looking for Pierre Garçon. Antonio Cromartie right there. Cromartie and Revis.
Yeah, they locked down corners. To beat the Jets, you got to beat those two, and he did.
Still no score here until now. Manning finally finds Garçon. 57 yards. Colts on top, 7-0. And what happened here, Rob?
He did a great job. Tight coverage. He has to play off. He stemmed him outside. He went outside, and once he went outside, he came back in, and he had the whole field to work with. And it's hard to cover somebody the whole width of the field.
Rex Ryan making sure that Cromartie and his defense, that they know, guys, this is it right here on the ensuing Jets possession on a 3rd and 4. Great grab by Santonio Holmes.
He's been coming up big all season long. 3rd downs, 1st down. He's a complete receiver.
2nd and 13 now, and it's Sanchez to Holmes again. 14 yards to the Colts 19. Jets using a timeout. Now to play action. All he had, Dustin Keller.
He has to get the ball down.
Couple of high throws from Mark Sanchez here. Rex Ryan can't believe it.
Got to make those count.
On the very next play, Sanchez has Keller again, but he overthrows him. Keller looking for a flag, not to be. All day here on 3rd and 10.
Don't do it.
Should have hit Keller as he was crossing the field, waited too late. Picked off by Justin Tryon, who brings it back to the Colts 23. So they don't get any points at the end of the first half. Colts on top 7-0. But in the 3rd quarter, the mood changed. Jets got a little bit more physical. Opening drive on a 3rd and 3. Sanchez stands in the pocket, and he hits Keller for a 20-yard gain. And the running game started to pick up. LaDainian Tomlinson with fresh legs, Dion.
Fresh legs. I mean, this guy came with the commonality like Jason Taylor defensively. We want to win a championship, and that's all he's focused on.
1st and goal at the Colts 1. Tomlinson gets in for the touchdown. Jets, they go 10 plays in 5 minutes and 12 seconds. 63 yards to tie the game at 7. 3rd and 9, and Joseph Adai picks up 14 yards. Colts on these 3rd and longs going to the running game. 3rd and 1, though, that's where they had a problem. Dominic Rhodes jacked up by David Harris and led to an Adam Vinatieri field goal. 4-time Colts were stopped on 3rd and 1. Colts up 10-7. 4th quarter now. 3rd and 7. Sanchez steps up and now flips it to Tomlinson, who takes it 9 yards for the first down.
That little flip scares me. It does.
3 plays later, it's Sanchez rolling out.
He doesn't want to, though.
He's going to take your
Do
advice,
what you
Theo.
do. Oh, that's for tomorrow. That's for Mike Vick. Not bad.
And Peyton Manning, all he can do is sit on the bench. Jets offense keeping the Colts offense off the football field. Tomlinson gets in for the second time.
A little flip.
14-10. Fireman Ed.
Fireman Ed is everywhere.
Well.
He's a fireman.
Riding that red truck
9 minutes
everywhere.
and 54 seconds on that Jet drive. 3rd and 7. Dominic Rhodes for 9 yards and a first down. 3rd and 8. It's Manning to Garcon.
I don't understand why you press and then you bail and let that guy just run it.
Go ahead. Beat deep a little earlier.
He was scared.
That's why.
21 yards to the 18. Another 3rd and 7. Not this time for Rhodes. Rodney Poole is there. So Adam Vinatieri and the Colts electing to kick the field goal as opposed to try to go for it. With just over 4 minutes left. Colts down 14-13, 4:37. 3rd and 5 here for the Jets on the ensuing possession. Holmes can't squeeze it. So the Jets forced to punt here with 3:10 left. Colts have all 3 timeouts. Steve Weatherford back to punt.
Oh, my goodness.
Blair White calls for the fair catch, but Rod, you saw something.
Is he a coach tomorrow?
Taj Smith called for running into the kicker. Look at the acting job.
That was a great acting job now.
He feels awful.
They have the Golden Globe getting ready to see. Come on.
3rd and 5. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's first down. It's another 3rd and 5 with 2:51 left.
Oh, he had a great call. 3rd and short. You got to take a shot. You know the cornerbacks are squatting. You got the coverage you wanted.
Jets are going to get the ball, or the Colts are going to get the ball with 1 timeout left. 2:36. Manning to Jacob Tamme. No one in the National Football League had more receptions since Week 8 than Jacob Tamme. 2nd and 4. Manning to Blair White. 12 yards down to the Jet 36. Adam Vinatieri certainly has been here before. 3rd and 6. Can the Colts get it closer for Vinatieri? White can't hold on, so here comes Vinatieri for the go-ahead field goal with 57 seconds left from 51 yards away.
That'd have been good from 71 yards away.
Vinatieri knocks it down. So the Colts on top 16-14. What kind of magic does Sanchez have? But it's Cromartie back deep, not Brad Smith.
Good adjustment. Brad Smith was a little injured. Cromartie had given them a nice return earlier. Great call by the special teams coach.
Huge, 47 yards. 1st and 10, 45 seconds left. Sanchez to Edwards. It's a 9-yard gain, but he fumbled the ball. So inside of 2 minutes, they're going to take a look. And they ruled it was a catch and a fumble, but he recovers. So ends up being a 2nd and 1 as opposed to a 2nd and 10, 40 seconds left. Sanchez to Holmes, 11 yards.
Corners open because they're playing not to get beat deep.
And the Colts called timeout there.
I don't get that. I don't know why they called timeout.
He didn't understand it either.
Nice.
Sanchez to Edwards, who does a great job. Gets both feet down, 18 yards down to the 14-yard line.
Nice.
And finally, Sanchez comes up with the perfect throw. Jets now use their last timeout. So here's Nick Folk from 32 yards away. And Folk is fancy. Knocks it down. The Jets, with no time on the clock, Rex Ryan and company coming to Indianapolis, and they knock off Peyton Manning and the Colts 17-16. Manning had great success against Rex Ryan-led defenses, 5-1, but not to be Saturday night. Next up for the Jets, the Patriots in the divisional playoffs.
Won last year to go to the Super Bowl. Rex Ryan called this game personal. 1-5 as a coordinator and head coach versus Manning. LaDainian Tomlinson, first playoff game with the Jets. 2nd quarter, Peyton smelling confusion in the secondary, finding Pierre Garcon. 57-yard touchdown. 6th touchdown of at least 50 yards in the playoffs for Manning, tying Joe Montana's record. We jump to the 4th quarter. Jets down 10-7. Mark Sanchez struggled in the first half, finds Dustin Keller over the middle. Jets inside the 5. All Manning could do was watch. 3rd and goal. LaDainian Tomlinson, easy score. Had 82 yards on 16 carries, 2 touchdowns on the night. Jets up 14-10. Colts looking to answer. 3rd and 8. Manning to Garcon. Quick strike. 21 yards. First down. Later on the drive, 3rd and 7 now. Questionable decision here by the Colts. 3rd and 7, 5:20 to go. Let's run the ball. Dominic Rhodes tackled after a gain of 1. They would settle for the field goal. Indy down 14-13. Just over 3 minutes to play. 3rd and 5. Sanchez to Santonio Holmes. He drops what would have been a first down. They would punt. Steve Weatherford kicking it, and he gets it away. Fair catch for the Colts, but we have some yellow on the field. The Jets get a first down because Todd Smith called for running into the kicker. Weatherford, great acting skills here, going down. New life for New York. Jets on the same drive, 3rd and 5. Sanchez stretching the field to Braylon Edwards, incomplete. They would have to punt. They only take an additional 16 seconds off the clock after that penalty. So under 3 minutes left, Manning looking for the comeback to Jacob Tamme. First down. Next play, Manning. Let's go to the big target again. That's Tamme. Manning 18 at 26, 225. Tamme had 5 catches and 46 yards. Indy moving the chains. Later in the drive, 2nd and 4. To Blair White, 12 yards. By the way, Reggie Wayne 1 catch for 1 yard in this one. First down, Colts. Just over a minute to play. 3rd and 6. Manning looking for White. Incomplete. Colts in field goal range because Adam Vinatieri, 50-yard field goal attempt. There is no doubt. No one better. It's good. Longest field goal for him in over 2 years. Colts up 16-14. And Mark Sanchez under a minute to go. What about a comeback for him? He gets some help on the kickoff. Antonio Cromartie, so dangerous. 47 yards on the return. Great field position for the Jets. 40 seconds to play. Sanchez looking for Holmes. Finds him 11 yards. Gets out of bounds. Stopping the clock. Next play. 1st and 10. Let's go up the middle with LT. Couple yards. Now, the clock is ticking. The Colts, not the Jets, call timeout with 29 seconds left. Manning looks confused. The Jets get time to set up the next play. 2nd and 8. Sanchez to Braylon Edwards. 4 catches in this one. None better than this. He gets both feet in. The Jets would run the clock down for a final field goal attempt, and that means Nick Folk, come on down. Will you be a hero? 32 yards. Game over, walk-off fashion. The Jets on the road. 17-16, they controlled the ball in the second half. 18 minutes to 12 minutes for Peyton. And for the second straight postseason, we have a thriller in the result column. This is the first one-point playoff game since the 2006 NFC wildcard weekend when Seattle beat Dallas 21-20. That's the Tony Romo botched snap game. The only other playoff game won by the Jets in which they did not have a touchdown pass, Super Bowl III, and that was against the Colts. Next up for Rex Ryan's men, the Patriots next Sunday in Foxborough. Right now, he's just celebrating a win versus number 18.
To what you call beyond the main event, right?
The main event.
Last game of the weekend. Rex Ryan having fun, smiling. Bill Belichick. That's how he comes prepared. Antonio Cromartie.
Florida State.
After a mouth-washing comment towards Tom Brady. Yeah, there we go. Wes Welker didn't start because of the stealth foot bombing.
Punish me with my pocket.
Don't hurt me with my teammates. So Wes Welker was not out for the first set of downs for the Patriots. He was standing and watching Rob Gronkowski playing in his first career playoff game with a big chain mover there. And then Tom Brady makes a rare mistake. His first interception in 339 attempts without one.
Come on, Algie. Come on, Algie.
And Algie Crumpler makes a big touchdown saving tackle. What was the mistake here that Brady made?
Tom had to throw this ball over the top of Calvin Pace's arm. Throw a little free throw in there. He dropped it down. David Harris, nice play. What great hustle, though, by Crumpler.
And that was huge because the Jets began to figuratively shoot themselves in the foot as Sanchez and Sean Green trip over one another.
That shouldn't happen in the playoffs.
And then after that happens, Green comes out, LT comes in, and Sanchez dumps it off to LaDainian, who gets tackled by his offensive line.
Oh, well, they're good tacklers.
All right, great play recognition by the Patriots.
At least they're going to get 3 points out of it.
Just kick it, all right?
It's an easy. This guy brought him into the game, and Nick Folk puts a cherry on top.
Oh, is that the same folk who won it?
Won it last week.
It looked like it might be good. Rex doesn't challenge
the upright? Is it over? The upright should be good, then.
The refs are
No
great.
challenge, though. You don't challenge that.
Brady's mistake leads to no points. Still scoreless with 4 minutes to go in the half. First quarter, pardon me.
Wes is back.
Wes is back off of the bench.
Suspension.
Well, I guess he even returned the first punt, so it really wasn't that long that he stayed there. Brady begins to get things going on right now. Finds Algie Crumpler.
Methodical drive.
28-yard
That's
gain.
a big man.
7th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive. Brady looks for the big man in the end zone, but Crumpler
Come on,
Make that play.
big drop.
Gave him an opportunity, just did not come up with the play.
Next play, Sean Ellis coming up with a big sack of Tom Brady. The Jets were able to get pressure with their front four, and it caused Brady and the Patriots to settle for a field goal there instead of getting a touchdown. It's just 3-0 New England. Sanchez, after having no offensive touchdowns in the first quarter again, points for Braylon Edwards to go upfield, and he finds his big receiver.
Nice extending the play, directing that traffic over there, Braylon, to the sideline.
And then 2 plays later, LaDainian Tomlinson's first touchdown reception in 2 years.
It's the play the Patriots used against the Jets last time. The Jets says, let me put it on you.
First touchdown of the game belongs to the Jets at LT. It's 7-3, 9 minutes to go.
Everybody's home.
Brady can't find anybody, and he's forced to throw it towards Gronkowski, and it was a coverage.
He's very uncomfortable moving out of the pocket. The guys are plastering the receivers, which means go to your man when he starts to move out of the pocket.
Jets next possession, 7-3. Santonio Holmes is open, and who breaks it up?
The guy from Michigan, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards makes a nice defensive
doing
play.
there together anyway?
Shouldn't be there.
Sanchez is upset because they're forced to punt, but the defense again holds as Brady cannot come up with points in a situation he normally does with less than 2 minutes before the half. And then what do the Patriots do? They go for a fake punt in their own end, down by 4, and it doesn't work as Patrick Chung muffs it.
One of these gutsy calls. It's a fake punting in your own territory. If it works, you look like a genius. If it doesn't work, hang on now, because you could give up some points.
What would the Jets do with this
You lost your mind. We get all the way here, and you going to pull that mess on me? That's what he said.
So what does Sanchez and the Jets do with this opportunity? LT in between the tackles, right to the edge of the red zone. 16-yard gain to the 21. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5 in the red zone. Braylon Edwards makes a catch and then makes a play.
It says, I want to go to an AFC Championship game more than you do. That's what Braylon Edwards in this play says. Look at it. It's about who wants it more.
You take Merriweather and McCourty, 2 Pro Bowlers, into the end zone with you. Great play, Braylon.
14-3, Jets on top at the half, and then the first possession of the second half, the Jets take the law firm and shut it down. David Harris and Bart Scott stop him on short yardage, but the Jets give the ball back to the Patriots.
Wow.
Here comes Adam Pace sacking Brady again.
Enough time to throw the ball, but no one's open once again. Great job on the back end of the Jets.
Boy, that front end got there.
Forced the fumble, but the Patriots fortunate to recover it. Jets get the ball back. 3rd play of the possession. Sean Green runs between the tackles here for a 20-yard gain to the Patriots, 42. 3 plays later, can Sanchez and the Jets tack on points to this 11-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter? They cannot, as Sanchez overthrows Cotchery. Sanchez was high with his throws in the first quarter, got things buttoned up in the 2nd quarter. 3rd quarter, he couldn't come up with the crucial throw there, and Brady and the Patriots began to click on offense to the best they had all day. Gronkowski right up the seam, 37 yards. 3 plays later, 3rd and 9, Deion Branch makes a play.
What an effort right here by Deion Branch, who Darrelle Reeves had done a great job on all day getting involved.
12-yard gain on 3rd and 9. 3 plays later, Brady to Wes Welker.
Boom! Watch that hit, and remember that hit. It will have an effect later.
As pieces come off the helmet, Eric Smith unloads on the Patriots. Good little foot soldier. Next play, Brady looking for the big man again in the end zone, and Algie Crumpler holds on this time. And it's 14-9. Why are we mentioning that score? Because what does the book say?
The chart says go for 2 if it's late.
Only if it's Bill Belichick's chart. And what a great play. Sammy Morris comes in the backfield, and Brady hands it off to him for the 2-point conversion.
I like it. I like it.
A direct snap. What a fool. He fooled the whole defense. You were expecting pass in that situation. Great call by Belichick.
It was a direct snap. So Morris gets the 2-point conversion. It's just a 3-point game to start the fourth quarter. How do the Jets respond? By hitting Jericho Cotchery over the middle. Cotchery is still going. Cotchery leaps over the wall. Nice job by Jericho, and he is down.
This should never happen against zone coverage. Somebody ought to be there to make a play after 15 or 20 yards.
The tackle.
58-yard gain 3 plays later. Holy Super Bowl 43 Batman. Santonio Holmes makes a play in the corner of the end zone in a big playoff game. Touchdown. Jets. Holmes got one knee down, and one knee
get it down.
2 feet. Yes. 9 less feet than what Wes Welker said on the podium.
Some people are born to make big plays in this situation, and that's exactly what Santonio Holmes has been born for.
Jets with a 10-point lead now with 10 minutes to go, and that's when the Brady and the Patriots went on a methodical drive down the field. Deion Branch with an 8-yard gain on 3rd and 6.
On Reeves, and he's talking junk.
6 plays later, 12th play of the drive. Tom Brady to
got enough time.
Somebody,
but no one's open. You had enough time. Once again,
4-man rush. It's a coverage sack. 13th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 13. Tom Brady
got enough
checks
time.
It down to Danny Woodhead eventually. And Brady
have enough time.
And the Patriots
no one's open.
Cannot complete it. So it's 4th and 13 with 5 minutes and 19 ticks left. And it's another great play by the secondary.
This is a cover 2. 2 safeties deep. 4 or 5 underneath, and everyone's plastering on the receiver.
So Darrelle Revis had to come out due to injury. It's 4th and 13. Revis isn't on the field, and Brady and Branch cannot connect. And the Patriots turn down the field goal with a wind in their face and 52 yards. Instead, they go for it and come up empty on a drive that lasted 7.5 minutes.
The drive lasted too long, and then you don't make that play.
But the Jets cannot get a first down with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and the Patriots only call their first timeout of the half there. So they've got 2 timeouts left, and now the ball, and Julian Edelman running up the seam on a punt return.
Something's out of their lane on punt coverage, and the punter has to make the tackle and save the day.
What was the design? He just got it and hit that hole, Coach.
41-yard punt return, setting the Patriots up, shot on the plus side of the field again. Gronkowski now takes the Patriots inside the red zone. 3 plays later, 3rd and 10, Tom Brady with 2.5 minutes to go, needing to score right before the 2-minute warning to get out of it.
Tackle.
And that is a nice tackle by Drew Coleman, because Welker cannot get out of bounds, meaning it's time for Shane Graham to come in, hopefully to get the field goal off before the 2-minute warning so they could use it as a timeout. If they should score, the 2-minute warning comes, and that's a good thing because Graham's kick is no good. Had it counted, the Patriots would have gotten no points, so they come back after the 2-minute warning and get the 3 crucial points necessary to set up an onside kick, and they go up the middle. The ball is free and loose. Who gets it?
Oh, and he was
It's Antonio Cromartie.
Go down,
picks it
around. We do not teach going down at Florida State. We go to the house.
I mean, instead of jumping on the ball, it's Antonio Cromartie.
Shut up.
The mad F-bomber of the week.
Hey.
It gets through Darrelle Revis, and he picks it up, and he runs it, which is crucial because the Patriots have only 2 timeouts left. Sean Green, 2 plays later.
Makes it personal right here. You remember Marshawn Lynch last week, and now Sean Green in his face.
What's Rex Ryan doing in the end zone?
High stepping.
Watch this in his face. Look at this. Get out of here.
Well, Sean Green goes in the end zone, and he goes down to celebrate using the ball as a pillow. Just when you thought Rex was running down there to say, don't do it, it's going to cost us 15 yards.
Like he got an ankle weight on
He finally gets down there, and he celebrates. Rex. I think I could take him in
You
the
could
40.
take him.
We can look that up now.
Or Sean Green could have gone down and ended the game. The Jets could have taken a knee. Instead, Brady gets the ball back with less than a minute to go and 1 timeout left still. And there's Danny Woodhead right around in the red zone. The Patriots with 30 ticks to go after using their final timeout. All sorts of time again. Brady finds Deion Branch in the end zone, meaning the Patriots have another shot with the onside kick. If they could get it, they get a Hail Mary. They could force overtime with the new overtime rules, but right up the gut again. The Jets hand team does fall on it this time, and that's the way they cartwheel their way.
We don't flip, Braylon.
Into the AFC Championship game for the 2nd consecutive year, this time against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rex and Belichick share an embrace and a conversation in the middle of the field. And the Jets, 6 weeks after losing by 42 points in that stadium in front of the whole country, return in front of the whole country again and make the Patriots one and done in the AFC.
And here we go from Foxborough. Tom Brady, Patriots, young Mark Sanchez, all his playoff games road. Wes Welker not starting because of the comments he made late in the week related to feet. Meanwhile, Brady, Ben Jarvis Ellis, Green Ellis, but David Harris picks off the screen. And amazing, how does this happen? Brady, who hadn't been picked off since October 17th, is snuffed by Rex Ryan's defense, David Harris. But the Patriots, the Jets go backwards a couple plays, and Nick Folk right over the top of the upright. No good. So you figured...
blown opportunity by the Jets.
And you figured they would not have that many opportunities. Meanwhile, Tom Brady, who he's really found his tight ends this year, Tom, Algie Crumpler, rumbling, played a big role in this game. He also made the saving tackle on David Harris on the interception we showed. But Brady for Crumpler here, and could not play the role that he wanted. He dropped it.
Yeah, and you see him get open right there. Brady throws a great ball, very accurate. Crumpler just drops it.
Field goal, New England, 3-0 Pats. Second quarter, Sanchez buying time. Then to Braylon Edwards down the left sidelines. Jets convert on the third down setup. First and goal, Tommy.
You know, something underrated. Sanchez moving well in the pocket, directing traffic, and he literally put the ball right on Braylon Edwards' head.
Literally. 2 plays later, Sanchez to LaDainian Tomlinson. Fresh legs these January games, Tommy. 7-3, the Jets in Foxborough. Now later, second quarter, 3rd and 2. Brady looking to Rob Gronkowski behind him. Jets giving him looks he wasn't expecting. Forced to punt. Now, Brady for Gronkowski again with $1:20 to go in the half. 4th down. Maybe they're feeling that we got to try something, and Patrick Chung, the up man, fumbles it, so this surprise is going to go Wang Chung. No good. Turn it over on downs.
Well,
Jets got it.
You see the direct snap to Chung. He fumbles the football. No chance for that play to work.
So now the Jets with the ball at the 37 and LT up the middle for 16. First down. Later in the drive, 3rd and 4 from the 15. Sanchez to Edwards. Fighting into the end zone. Touchdown. 14-3 off the fake punt that went awry. Chung says, my fault. Patriots in trouble. Third quarter. Pats get the ball. The law firm, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. Stuffed. Jets force a punt. Now, next possession, Brady crushed by Calvin Pace. It's a fumble, but the Patriots somehow at the bottom of the pile fall on it. Fortunate.
Patriots very fortunate that Brady didn't get hurt right here. You can see he lands awkwardly, his throwing arm up in the air. Maybe a little discomfort right there. He'd shake it off.
Brady to Gronkowski, the rookie, down the seam for 37 yards. Then, 3rd and 9, New England. Brady to Deion Branch, covered well most of the day by Darrelle Revis. This time Revis wasn't on him. He breaks the tackle. First down. Brady, Wes Welker, and he hangs on. First and goal, Welker okay. Now, we said Crumpler played a big role. Here we go. That's the Welker play that he hangs on. Before it was Branch. Now it's up to Crumpler and looks tight, but no. Fake the give. And a touchdown to Crumpler. An 8-play, 80-yard drive, 14-9. When do you go for 2? The last minute of the third quarter, Bill Belichick said, now, Sammy Morris.
Yeah, and we've seen that play often only from the New England Patriots.
So 14-11. Now Jets. Mark Sanchez. 2 rough games in this stadium in his career. Not today. Jericho Cotchery down the sidelines to the 13. A 58-yard pickup for the Jets, answering the Patriots score. 3rd and 4 from the 7. The other side from the Super Bowl catch by Santonio Holmes. Of course, he was a Steeler then. What a beautiful play for the touchdown.
Yeah, and look at him get the toes and the knee down. Looks like the shoulder hits. I don't think this would have been overturned no matter how long they looked at it.
21-11 New York. Now Patriots 3rd and 6. Brady, Branch, first down. Later, Danny Woodhead moving forward for a first down. But they're down 2 scores. 7.5. Brady to Welker, first down. Now 2nd and 10. Sean Ellis played an excellent veteran game for the Jets. Puha with the sack. On the sideline, Sanchez saying, there you go, defense. Just over 5 to go. 4th and 13. Brady for Branch. Can't make the catch. And the Patriots turn it over on downs. Just over 5. But now the Patriots defense is held, and instead of a long ball, it's a long punt return. Julian Edelman spilled after a 41-yard return.
Yeah, giving Brady a short field to work with, just what the Pats needed.
Later in the drive, Brady to Gronkowski. Gain of 12. First down. 2:20 to go. 3rd and 10. Brady to Welker. Tackled immediately short of the first. As Shane Graham comes out, you're going to need 10. It's a 35-yard attempt. Good. 21-14. So you know what's coming. It's the onside kick. It looks like it's a good one, but it squirts back. And instead of falling on it, Antonio Cromartie, whose return, if you will, against the Colts was such a huge play, does it in an interesting fashion.
Yeah, this is an outstanding kick by the Patriots. Ball gets lost in traffic when it squirts out. Boy, the smart thing to do, to fall on it, the lucky thing to do, pick it up and run with it.
Well, when it's your day, $1:45 to go. Second is Sean Green. Look at the Jets running into the end zone. Touchdown! Rex Ryan and the Jets have beaten Peyton Manning and Tom Brady in back-to-back weeks in the playoffs. Only happened once ever. The 2002 Tennessee Titans did it. The only time those two have gotten beaten in back-to-back, but the stakes so much higher today. Bill Belichick, 2 games at home the last 2 years in the playoffs, 2 losses.
What an exciting game we just saw in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers going at it. Rex Ryan, after knocking out the New England Patriots, trying to make it 3 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks bagged in a row. LaDainian Tomlinson trying to take Santonio Holmes and the Jets back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 42 years.
We asked for this a long time ago. We ain't got to do nothing but play like a Jet.
LT's never played in a Super Bowl, 4 quarters away, but the Steelers came out on fire in this game, even though early on Ben Roethlisberger can't complete it to Emmanuel Sanders. We did see a lot of Ed Hockley early on. That's 5 yards on Antonio Cromartie right there.
People today.
3 plays later, 5th play of the drive, Ben Roethlisberger to Mike Wallace. Move the chains on 3rd down. Just gets enough the first down. Move the chains. There are the chains that are moved.
Generous spot.
7 plays later, 12th play of the drive. Roethlisberger doing what he does, which is
that will be the theme. I like that, Rich.
And he knew where that yellow line was on the field.
12-yard gain on 3rd and 12. Move the chains, and then Roethlisberger to Hines Ward.
Doing
what he does.
What he does. I like that. Play with that, Rick.
Move the chains down to the 1-yard line. Pump fakeage all over the place. Marquise Pouncey, however, their Pro Bowl rookie All-World center, did not emerge from this play healthy. As you saw, Brian Thomas of the Jets rolled up on his leg. He would leave the game and leave the field on crutches. However, back on the field, Rashard Mendenhall and the running game came out and hit the Jets in the ground and pound. 9-minute drive to start the game, 15 plays, 7-0 Steelers. The Jets go 3 and out. Roethlisberger's pass intended for Emmanuel Sanders is incomplete, but Eric Smith is called for hitting a defenseless receiver.
I don't agree with this one.
Michael, you're
that was right here. And he pulled up off of the hit. It wasn't a run to it.
So tried to avoid it. Tack on 15 yards. 4 plays later, Roethlisberger's pass on 4th and 1. They went for it. It's a freezing night in Pittsburgh. It was a 50-plus yard field goal, which is tough in Heinz Field in any conditions. So it's picked off by Brian Thomas.
He rushed them.
And that's the way the Steelers turn it over. But the offense of the Jets could not get anything going early on. But Richard Mendenhall put 35-yard gain.
This looks like the old Steelers where they're going to pound you down and run the football and control it on the clock.
Isaac Redmond that gets in on the act 2 plays later. However, the Jets defense would stiffen from here on out, hold the Steelers to just a field goal. It's 10-0. Now we show you a Jets offensive play midway through the six-minute mark of the second quarter. It's an incomplete pass. Jericho Cotchery can't grab the deflected ball. 4th punt of the game for the Jets already, while Roethlisberger was cruising, finds his security blanket.
Doing what he does.
Buying himself more time in the pocket and finding his tight end downfield.
So good at that.
He sidesteps pressure. He extends a play. And if he extends it to the right.
Keep your eyes downfield. Keep your eyes downfield, big fella. Nice throw.
The Jets tried to keep him going left, but couldn't keep him from going right there. Bart Scott and Antonio Cromartie, the rest of the Jets defense left muttering themselves as Roethlisberger now throws left to Emmanuel Sanders. 2 plays after the Miller first down touchdown.
SMU.
2 plays later, Roethlisberger throws short to Mendenhall across the other side of the field. He slips, otherwise he might have gotten in the end zone down to the 2. Next play.
Cromartie didn't want that.
Thank you, Lord.
Cromartie.
Roethlisberger does what
he does.
Good coverage. There's nobody open, so Big Ben takes it himself.
The Steelers score the first 17 points of the game. Brian Thomas and the Jets left with their hands on their hips. Rex Ryan and the Jets were hit directly in the mouth. Less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Even more disaster. Sanchez goes down. He's sacked. William Gay. Lamar Woodley gets him, and then 2 plays later, Ike Taylor hits him as he throws. William Gay picks the ball up. The ball is loose. There is no whistle.
Blocking. Look at the downfield blocking.
And you can see Ed Hockley-Wood, a touchdown. It's in the last 2 minutes of the half as Sanchez is coming up holding his non-throwing elbow. The booth buzzes down, and it's an empty hand. This is a correct call. It does look like his arm's coming forward, but there's an empty hand. That's a fumble. And therefore, 6 more points for the Steelers, 24-0. Wow. That's the way the AFC Championship game started. However, the Jets got the ball back, got 3 points on the board before the end of the first half, and got the ball to start the second half and came out like Rex Ryan peeled some paint off the doors in the locker room. There's Sean Green with a 23-yard gain on the first play of the second half. He would be dinged up. He would return. 3 plays later, 3rd and short. Santonio Holmes, his first catch of the game, a 16-yard pass play. And then the next play, Mark Sanchez with the fresh set of downs provided by Santonio. He makes a play, as does Holmes, down the field, 45-yard touchdown. Jets make it a 24-10 game.
Watch the corner, Mike. He falls down, he puts his hand up, and this is an improvise between a veteran receiver and a young quarterback. Well done.
Ensuing Steelers possession. Can the Jets get him 3 and out? They can, even though Chris Wilson almost picked off Roethlisberger. The ball goes right off the rookie's grill. And that is crucial because why are we showing the punt? It's usually a return or a boo-boo. And as you can see, it is neither except that boo-boo right there. Jamal Westerman is called for roughing Jeremy Kapanos, the punter. And that's essentially a turnover.
If you didn't know Jamal before the game, you know him now.
And it's not running into the game. It's roughing. It's 15 yards.
That's the big one.
So that puts the ball back in the Steelers' hands, right at midfield. Now they're on the plus side of the field. Ben Roethlisberger extending the play, but he goes to his left, which usually is the way you want him to go. And you can see what happens there. He throws it, a pick by Brodney Poole. So the Jets don't get burned. They just lose some field position and lose some time off the clock with that roughing the kicker. What do the Jets do with this opportunity? Braylon Edwards plants 1 foot out of bounds on 3rd down, so the Jets can't move the ball. They're still down 24-10, less than 90 ticks to go in the 3rd quarter when Trevor Price bags him some Ben Roethlisberger. Steelers now forced to punt.
ensuing Jets possession, needing some points. Can they get it right before the end of the third quarter? They do get a first down at least. Braylon Edwards, 18-yard gain to the 37-yard line. 2 plays later, we are in the fourth quarter. And we see Mark Sanchez looking for his binky. That would be his tight end, Dustin Keller. Nice play on the sideline.
Nice throw up and over the top of the linebacker to the sidelines. Well done by Mark Sanchez.
3 plays later, 3rd and short. Sanchez goes for his tight end again. This one over the middle. Keller moved the chains. 3 plays later.
He's a tough matchup.
9th play of the drive. Sean Green on 3rd and 3 is stopped just shy.
That was a hit right there, man. A collision between 2 guys with the will to win.
Well, it's sort of helmet to helmet there, but it wasn't called. 4th and 1. What do? They give it to Sean Green over the right side, and he picks it up.
It's a power back. Now this guy reminds me of the other guy, Mendenhall.
2 plays later, 12th play of the drive. 2nd and 18 after a fumbled snap. Sean Green takes most of it right back as he trucks Ryan Clark for a 16-yard gain. First down at the 8-yard line. Next play, not first down, it's 3rd and 2. Now it's a first down. Mark Sanchez to Jericho Cotchery taken down at the 2.
Call.
3 plays later, 16th play of the drive, 3rd and 1. Sanchez almost picked by Lamar Woodley. But as you can see, there's less than 8 minutes to go now in the fourth quarter, and the Jets still haven't scored a point. They're still down by 2 touchdowns. And 4th and 1, LT is stopped. Stopped. The Jets take 8 minutes off the clock and score 0 points. Turnover on downs. Let's hit the Wayback Machine. Why do we show this to you? Because the last time the Steelers were in this end zone against the Jets, it was in Week 15, and Jason Taylor came up with the safety. We showed you Marquise Pouncey's out of this game, their Pro Bowl young center. Here's a mishandled snap right there.
That's what you worry about with a new center in the game. It's a safety.
By Ben Roethlisberger. That is 2 more points for the New York Jets.
The ball never came up.
It's clearly the center's fault.
We'll get another shot at it.
So, the Jets now 24-12. What do they do with 7:30 to go? Sanchez avoids Woodley's rush, and he finds Braylon Edwards, who does get both feet down. Now with 7.5 minutes to go, it's 3rd and 1. Less than 6 minutes to go. Sanchez trips, handing the ball off to LT, who trips over his quarterback. It's now 4th and short again. Jets go into the air. First down, Braylon Edwards.
Nice call. Nice location. Threw it on the body, Mike, not out in front. Perfect location with football.
But they still need 2 scores, even with the safety. 4 minutes to go. Here's Dustin Keller, first down, but the clock is moving. Less than 4 minutes to go now for the Jets, needing 2 touchdowns to get the lead. 2nd and goal, 3 minutes to go. Here's Jericho Cotchery in the end zone.
It's a big play. 20 wide open.
24-19 as the Jets go for 1 and kick the ball off, needing to get the ball back. They had all 3 timeouts left. 2nd down, Roethlisberger rolls to his right, extends the play, finds Heath Miller to move the chains. The Jets have a 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts left, so they cannot afford to give up yet 1 more first down. Roethlisberger on 3rd and 6. Here's essentially the game. He extends the play to his right and on the run finds the receiver. The Steelers drafted to make up for the trade of Santonio Holmes. It's Antonio Brown who provides the game-winning first down, and Rex is dejected. Sanchez trying to rally the troops as Ben Roethlisberger, his season that started in such disastrous straits, winds up with a 3rd Super Bowl trip of his career. 24-19 is the final score. The Steelers scored the first 24 points of this game. The Jets scored the final 19 points of this game, and not enough, even though it was a furious comeback for the 6-seeded Jets, who had so many late game victories. They just could not pull out another on the road in the AFC title game. So it's now 42 years and counting for the Jets since they've been back to the Super Bowl. And the Steelers go back to the Super Bowl 2 years after they won it to try to get a 7th
championship game at the Big Ketchup Bottle. Santonio Holmes, Hines Ward, ex-teammates now across the field. Rex Ryan, Jets. And the Steelers and Jets get set. And early it was all Steelers. Here's the pitch to Rashard Mendenhall. And very early on, Mendenhall with space, Roethlisberger behind time, even on the run play.
The decision by Ben Roethlisberger, carried the ball as long as he could, and you see he got up limping a little bit.
And now, Roethlisberger, look at this. This is Mendenhall. Looks like he's going to be stopped. It keeps going for 9 yards. Now on 3rd and 12. If there was vintage Ben, you didn't have to take long in this game on this first drive, Tom, to watch him. Fake, pump, draw, and then, he dives. He knows where the first down marker is.
A big man moving his feet like this, we seldom see it in any league.
And then Mendenhall is in there for the touchdown, so a 9-minute drive to open the game, 7-0 Pittsburgh. Now the Steelers with the ball again. Mendenhall running right. There's plenty of room. 11 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. Big Ben. Little screen to Mendenhall. Evades one tackle. Speed down the sidelines, and Bull Smith, a big play, 18 yards. And now watch Mendenhall outside second quarter, but same drive, Tommy. And he runs hard like a big man, but he's got some wheels. This is a 35-yard pick.
Yeah, and credit this offensive line for doing a great job of getting a push. You see the double teams. You see them come off, see them create the seam that Haji always talks about, and there it is, a seal and a great lane to run in.
Yeah, the Jets holding the field goal 10-0, but now here is Big Ben scrambling, and Heath Miller did not play in the game 5 weeks ago, the regular season that the Jets won, and it's a 24-yard pickup later in the drive. Ben looking for one of those youngsters, those rookies. Emmanuel Sanders picks up 20. All Steelers. You see, it's about 4 minutes to go in the half. Now just over 2 minutes in the half. 1st and goal. Ben cuts inside and in the end zone. 17-0 route on. And for the Jets, it would get worse, because with 1:23 to go, Ike Taylor, corner blitz, fumble! Mark Sanchez fumbles. William Gay in the end zone. 19-yard touchdown, defense scoring. Sanchez hurt. 24-0. It looked like all was lost.
Yeah, hit coming from the backside. You see right there, the arm actually got knocked forward on the hit by Ike Taylor. And Sanchez would eventually shake that off, though.
Now the Jets get a field goal at the end of the half. Would that mean anything? Mark Sanchez rolling. Santonio Holmes, the one-time MVP Super Bowl Steelers. 45 yards in his own house, a touchdown from Sanchez, 24-10.
Yeah, Ike Taylor going to fall down right there. Holmes knows it, puts the arm up, lets Sanchez see it. Good job of eyeing the ball in for a touchdown.
Now 2nd 11, Jets defense trying to make a stand. Big Ben under pressure, buying more time. But this time, Rodney Poole does the crawl and makes the interception. And Jets defense saying enough is enough. Now watch Trevor Price. This time they get their mitts on Big Ben and pull him down. So the Steelers don't get any more points 3rd quarter, but they still have a 2-touchdown lead. Jets ran for 1 yard. 1 in the first half. Sean Green finding a hole, 16 yards here. Now we're in 4th quarter. Obviously, Green stopped after the 1-yard run. 2nd and goal. Sanchez, Dustin Keller. Oh, he couldn't come up with it. 3rd and goal. Jets need to get in. Sanchez, Holmes, no, nearly intercepted Lamar Woodley. LaDainian Tomlinson, no! The Steelers hold on the 1. So the Jets try to shake it off, and Ben Roethlisberger never quite gets the exchange, falls on the ball, but it's a safety. So it's 24-12. And the Jets are going to get the ball on the free kick, of course. Suing Jets, but here it is again, Tom.
Well, fortunate it wasn't a touchdown. I thought the Ben did a great job of getting back on that football. Could have changed the course of this game.
Everything.
Touchdown.
So the Jets on 4th and 1, and Sanchez hits Braylon Edwards for a first down. Now just over 4 minutes to go. The Jets still need the 2 touchdowns. Safety got him the ball, but it didn't leave him any option but to get 2 TDs. Sanchez, Keller catches it, first down. Almost 3 to go, 3:11 to go. The Jets, a little deliberate, but they had to make sure they got in. Sanchez, Jericho Cotchery hurt earlier in the game. He came back. Touchdown, 24-19.
Yeah, showing a lot of character here for the Jets, but also running out of time.
And they had to get a stop. 2nd and 8, under 3 to go, Steelers. Big Ben to Heath Miller. That's a first down into Jets territory. One more first down will do it. And on 3rd and 6, bam, buying, throwing, rookie Antonio Brown catching, running to the chagrin of Rex Ryan. The terrible towels had to be thermal on this day. They were being waved, and the Steelers ran out the clock. A game Jets comeback falls short. A 16-point second half, not enough to overcome a 24-point first half and dominating performance by the Pittsburgh Steelers, who, for the 3rd time in 6 years, are trying to win a Super Bowl.